Fight!
Yo, hey girl, it's LadyChann rep nonetheless, and welcome to the weekly wrap-up show on Combos with LadyChann. Does my mic sound nice? Chickadee check 1, check 2. Does my knife sound nice? Does my mic sound nice? Tell me, chickadee check 1, 2. Does my mic sound nice? Check. Swab is in the building. What up, though, Swab? Hang on. Y'all are in the building. Let me get this banner working. What is happening with this? This lappy doesn't like to do what it's supposed to be doing. I'm not sure. It's so annoying. Okay. CHANN is reloaded. Hope you guys have had a good day. I've had a chillax one. Yeah, there's something wrong with this shit. I don't know what's happened to the Whyte doesn't want to show me. Doesn't ever want to show me anymore. I wonder if it shows me other shit. Let me just see 1 second. Is it just a problem with my shit? Because, yeah, I think there's a problem with the... Okay, so what needs to happen? Okay, I know what you got to do. Oh, you're showing other people's, but you don't want to show Shanny's. Okay. So why don't it show mine? I think I don't get it. I don't bloody get it. Doesn't want to show me on that, on the monitor, but we shall see. Sorry, we shall see. Are you dares, Rodders? Are you dares? Don't know what's the problem with my one. That's quite crazy. Muy interesante. Pero no lo sé. Okay. Let me change this banner. This David banner. Is this thing okay, hang on. So today we have we've got Wood versus CONLAN. Was that fight of the year? It's a great contender. Great contender, I'll tell you that much. And also we have Spence versus... Oh no. Okay, so yeah, Spence. The hell? Hang on. Spence v, because this lappy. Spence v cannot see. You know what? Shan needs to go Spence versus Ugas. Yeah, that's where we are. That's where we at, Jack. Okay. And we are here now. No. Okay, maybe we're not there now. Save. There we are. Okay. This I really don't understand how this... I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Laptop, you are going to get Maybe because you ain't been shut down for a little minute. Bitch, always be on standby. Takes a minute to load back up, but I think that's what I got to do. Let's just restart ya. Give you a break. Give you a Kit Kat. Hang on. Restart. All right. Okay. So let me just shout out everybody. What up, Dow? TJ in the building. Lisa Bell's in the building. Boxing Lounge in the building. Slim Reaper in the building. J7, what up, Dow? In the building. Hello, LadyChann. Hi. AJ, AK, Alex, AJ all day in the building. Swab in the building. Famous 789 in the building. What up, Doe? I wonder if it famous 789 sounds familiar, but I'm what's happening with the yeah, it's green to match my Dundem season. You know, go to dundemseason.com. Make sure you cop your merch. Come on. My mic sounds nice. Did it? Check 1, check 2. Did my mic sound nice? Donald Banks. Thank you, Stephen. Donald Banks in the building. Stephen, yeah, we had you just now. In the building. Okie dokie. So I'm introducing. 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 We have Ken. Ding. What's up, Ken? What up, Joe?
You know what? I spent all me. I made sure I enjoyed my 50th. Also, yesterday
Happy birthday again! I did wish you on your birthday, didn't I?
I know you did. But most importantly, when I was staying in a hotel in Islington, my hometown, although I don't live in the borough no more, sadly, but I'll make sure if there's an opportunity to go back to my hometown, I'll go back there. But
yeah,
I stayed in the same hotel as the Arsenal players. So when I was coming out and checking out, so I made sure I made the meal of it, and took a video of them getting onto the bus. But most importantly, because it's a boxing show, I heard the scores, but all day today I was watching wall-to-wall boxing of all the fights on a pay-per-view card. Sorry, on the zone card, and I liked them so much. I watched them again, and I must say, if I'm out in Nottingham, I want two people to look after me: Lee Wood and Carl Froch. Always, I know I give Carl Froch a bit of a hard time, but those two,
I can't stand him.
I know what you mean, and I'm not a massive fan of him. But if I want looking after,
he was all right yesterday, wasn't he?
These two are my minders. Can I say one thing, mate?
Yeah.
Nottingham fighters.
They got heart, ain't they?
They got heart, mate.
They ain't playing. They don't play. They're Nottingham crew in the building. Yeah, I just don't like Carl Froch. Lisa said, "Happy belated birthday, Kenny Ken." I will be putting the link in the chat. But before we get everyone to come through, let's me and Kenny Ken chop it up first and foremost. Yeah. So Kenny Ken. Right. So CONLAN Wood versus CONLAN. So this was for. So who was the title? So Lee Wood. He's got the what belt has he got?
He's got WBA.
He's got the WBA regular belt. That's it. The regular belt.
He's got WBA regular belt. Where he beat he actually won a fantastic fight, which was probably a contender year where he beat what's the name of the fighter? What's that?
Kansu.
Yeah, he beat Kansu in an excellent fight, and he actually put him down in the last round. And
that was a put down in that round. It's what, and also it was. Go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
I must say that the crowds at the fight were a credit to their families, because not only did they get behind both fighters, especially the Irish crowd get behind them. Michael Collin from West Belfast and Nottinghamshire crowds got behind them. Lee Wood from Gedley and just in Nottingham. The respect afterwards, where they where they said they took their cues from Lee Wood when we wanted to make sure that Conlan was all right. And I just want to sort of give a big shout out to the crowd, and I want to have a big shout out to the way the referee dealt with it. The medical staff were excellent in the arena, and just the respect from everyone involved, like from David Dunamonte, that as long as Conlan was all right, then we can talk about boxing. At the time when it happened, obviously, from what obviously I read about it, and I actually put on my design. I could see him getting treated, so I just want.
Was you at the fight?
Obviously I read about it. No, I didn't get to watch the fight. I only saw the last bits when he was on the floor.
Because it was your birthday. Okay, I thought you saying that. I thought you said like in the end you ended up being there.
What's happened, right, is that obviously I watched the fight twice because I wanted to be able to analyse it because I knew we were coming on here. But first and foremost, I think you just have to give a mention to the people, the behaviour of the crowd. And I thought they were exemplary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they told everybody, no, you guys going to have to be quiet a minute until we see if Conlan is all right, So, I was like, I know, and it was a shame because my guy wanted to celebrate, but it took the celebration off of it like straight away. Do you know what I mean? It took the celebration off it straight away, which was a shame. But I mean, it is what it is, Joe. So that's how it goes. But in the end, thank God, that was a brutal knockout. Brutal. Hang on, we got introducing introducing AJ. Alex. Ding. What up, Joe?
Hey.
What's up? What's happening? Bruce, what up?
First off, happy belated birthday to Kenny Ken, man. Hope you had a good day.
Thank you very much, AJ.
You're welcome, man. Whoa, what a fight that was, huh, Chan?
Hang on, everyone sounds quite low, mic-wise.
It's probably me. I probably need to upgrade.
No, he's all right. It's you,
very low.
You're low, LadyChann.
I'm low.
Yeah, because I'm not talking into my mic as usual. Yeah. Check 1. Check 1, 2. Do I sound louder? Screw you.
Yeah. You good?
No,
mic check 1, 2.
Sounds low.
That son of a. Hold on. Stand by.
Yeah, you sound quite low than usual. Yeah. I can still hear who's low, even if I sound low and not be checking into the mic. Sometimes I might just be picking up even from the side. So it just depends.
How about now? Still low?
I wonder if it's me. No, it's not me.
I can hear him.
Me.
I can hear AJ.
Yeah, I can hear you clear, Kenny. I can hear you clear, but AJ sounds a bit low. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You sound louder. AJ.
I think it's my mic. It might be my mic.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah,
you sound quite low, so you may get drowned out today.
Yeah, okay. No worries. Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, because usually I can hear you quite loud. So Kenny, did you have Conlan? Where did you have Conlan and Woods in the fight? Because I had Conlan clearly in the lead.
Well, the thing about it is the first round, first and foremost, I just want to say the quality of punching and ringmanship from Conlan was just unbelievable. First round, heavy knockdown, with the backhand shot, and in the second round he had him going again, and then I thought throughout the time, he was hitting him with some very hard shots, but I think from the fourth round onwards, he allowed Wood to get back in the game, and I think where Wood got back into the fight was through the body punches, because he's a banger as well, and he hits very hard as well. And I think that was where he was able to get some control, because I think what's happening as well, when Conlan felt the power, not so much around the head, because I think his ringmanship, his footwork, and his head movement was good, but when he was getting caught around the body, I think that gave Wood the platform to actually get back in the fight. But even when he was trying to get from the fight, I think in the fourth round when he got caught with body shots, that's Conlan. Wood I think he was still able to avoid the punches. He's still throwing the hardest punches. But 10th round, and I think the 11th round, I think CONLAN got greedy. And when he got greedy, that enabled Wood to get back into the fight, because he said it was a flash knockdown in the 11th, but I don't believe that for a start. It was a short.
No, there was a connected shot. Yeah,
it was a short connecting shot where he was off balance.
Yeah.
But what happened is that he was hurting Lee Wood, but sometimes you can get greedy. But that's not when you've got your fighter hurt and you want to sort of get him out of there, and then when you get him out of there, you make mistakes. And when he absorbs your power and gets used to it, that's when Lee Wood, for me, was nicked the coming into the 12th round. I felt CONLAN was still hurt from that what they call a flash knockdown.
He was from the 11th. He definitely was from the 11th.
Yeah,
he never got the he never really recovered. But it took Lee Woods from the first round for rounds to recover. He didn't have his legs.
Rounds. He got battered. He got battered. Second, I'm surprised he got up. He survived the second round.
Yeah, I was like, because I was like, my prediction was Lee Wood, by stoppage. But when I saw him get dropped the first round, I went, nah, this ain't going. No, this ain't happening. Lee Woods he's gonna lose. Like, I can't believe how that fight. And then as the fight was going on, I was like, I know boxing, it changes. I'm sticking to what I said. I'm sticking to it. Just wait. And as it was built, and I was like, wow, maybe it ain't just wait. Maybe just Woods just not going to recover, mate. Just ain't going to recover. And what happened? He did. It was amazing. AJ, go ahead. The link's in the chat, guys, and it's pinned. So,
yeah, same with me.
Go ahead,
man.
AJ.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just the same with me, man. The fight was pretty much just kind of back and forth. CONLAN was ahead for most of it, but it's just that what I didn't like is that Lee kept pinning him to the ropes, and he kept staying there, and he was taking unnecessary punishment when he didn't have to. I mean, all he had to do was just stay in the center ring, and that's where he pretty much had the advantage, I believe. But I saw Lee was doing damage with his work, and he was in Mike CONLAN and Nick, CONLAN was being just taking unnecessary just shots against the ropes, and man, it was just so close. I mean, God, all he had to do was just maybe survive that last round, maybe just box whatever else. But I think it was due to that knockdown that he suffered in the prior round that really took it out of him. And I think he said so on himself on Twitter. He said that fatigue set in, and I got caught with a shot I didn't see, and that was that. But this man is crazy. He wants a rematch.
Well, do you know what?
I can see why. I can see why, because he came close to winning. He really did. I mean, so I honestly, I wouldn't be opposed. I wouldn't sideline it.
I wouldn't be opposed to it because he was doing so well.
He was until that part where Lee caught him. that was pretty much it.
I said to people, Lee is the banger. He's the puncher. CONLAN's the boxer. And as you can see, CONLAN's not known for power like that. And
don't you think
me on the other hand, I always thought
him in the last I think when they banged the table, the canvas to say the last 10 seconds, I think Lee he lapsed in concentration.
Yeah,
and that's when he got hit, and it was nearly the bell was nearly rung. That was crazy. It was literally the last 2 seconds before the end of the official end of that round.
Yeah, he hit him, and the bell went a second later.
That was crazy.
Yeah, because don't you notice with whenever a boxer fights a big puncher, that 9 out of 10 times the big puncher is the one who gets put on his ass. And I think the reason why because
Teofimo Lopez, George Cambosos.
That's right.
Feel Wilder with Tyson Fury, and you've seen it a lot. Even if we go back years, Mike Tyson with Evander Holyfield. I think the thing with people with big punches, with massive reputations for power as well, is that they're greedy. One, they're greedy, and two, they're always square on, because they think because they go by intimidation. So people wearing their power. So people either go on a retreat, and sometimes they'll, because they're so scared, they make mistakes. So they try to throw punches in order to try and surprise them. So they leave themselves open, and their opponents square on. But when you've got a fighter who's like this, and he knows how to sort of throw your punches, use his shoulders, slips, moves his head, has great feet, then what will happen is that you're square on. So because you're a big puncher, you're square on, not used to getting hit. You're susceptible for a clean shot. So that's what happened with Lee Wood, is that when he was square on in the first round, that's when Conlan was able to catch him clean, because if he wouldn't have gone down in a pile of heap like that if he wasn't caught clean. I think with big punchers, they have to learn how to box and be able to do the full miles, not just rely on their power, but just try and get side on. That way, they don't get surprised, especially a boxer, because they're right for boxers, big punchers.
Right.
Yeah, because textbook-wise, the boxer is always supposed to beat the puncher. Usually, that's how it's kind of supposed to go, and that's kind of why I just picked Conlan to win. I just thought, better boxer, amateur pedigree, he should have an advantage, and we mostly saw that throughout the fight anyway, because he kept tagging him with the overhand left. That kept landing all night, and Lee just kept taking that shot, man. He just couldn't put him down again. He just kept taking it, and I'm like, whoa.
Taking the same. It was like an overhand.
Overhand left here from Conlan. Yeah.
He's like he's kind of dips his feet, gets low down, comes square on, and then bang.
He just times that shot, bam. You know what I mean?
Every single time he got it. And it just shows to me, that's why Ben Davison was near enough humping him in the fucking middle of the ring, because he's like, I keep one of my jobs. Fucking hell.
He hasn't been a good. I think Davison, that's it for his fighters.
What happened to your stream? Your connection has to be on point, because it's not right now. Keeps flipping. You keep jumping on and off.
What? Can you see me?
Yeah, but I can see you. Yeah.
Okay. You can hear me as well.
Yeah, now I can. Yeah, because you was frozen as well. Now I can. Hang on. Let the others finish, and then we shall move on to yourself. Go ahead, AJ.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was just saying, just that overhand left from Conlan kept, landing all night. That was just his money shot,
Why do you sound so low? No.
I think it's me. I'm gonna switch mics after this. After I'm done talking, I'm gonna get a new mic, because I got another headphone set that I'm gonna use. So
yeah, switch it now.
Okay, all right, give me a second.
And we'll go on to Tunde, that's joined us in the building. What up, Baba Tunde?
What up, lady? You're good? All good, guys?
Yeah,
all good.
All good in the hood. What was your critique of the fight?
Yeah, definitely a surprise. They're definitely beyond what I expected. Wood showed heart of a lion. He tried his best to resist Conlan's superior boxing ability, but overcame that with aggression. He never gave up, and he definitely a fight of the year, and he knocked out Conlan out the ring, spark out, and he did amazing things that night. A fight the night to remember, definitely.
Yeah, definitely fight of the year. Yeah, for real. And did you have Conlan up?
Yeah, definitely about at least 2-3 rounds. Absolutely.
Same. Yeah, so did I. See, people, what was the judges' cards? The judges' cards was, well, they classing
only
it
up by a point.
They had it closer than what most did, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I think Conlan was up by a point on 2 of them, I believe. So
is that all?
That's it. Yeah, two for sure. He was only up by a point, and I think it might have been 2 points on the third, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
By the way, Chan, how do I sound now? Am I good? Am I good?
Yeah, you're good, man.
Sound clearer. I think it.
Awesome.
I think it just. Great. Yeah, I think it just could be. Right now, everything sounds lower, but you sound a bit higher, a bit louder now, Age.
Okay, good. Yes, it was my headphones. Okay, I'm gonna use these from now on. I got.
Yeah, it sound a bit and it just could be some of
Okay,
my.
I'll look up the cards right quick to see what they were. If I can
Yeah,
find
what was the card
scores,
saying?
Scorecards.
Okay, so hang on, let me just see something. I did. Yeah, it is pinned, guys. It is pinned. The link. It is pinned. It is pinned. So, Tunde, let's just talk about the fight a little bit more. Where do you guys see Lee going next? Because what they're the names that they're throwing out of the hat is Josh Warrington, who I think you know, you don't want Lara. That would be an interesting fight because they're both like Lara's a banger, but Lara would be that geezer.
I think Lara could punch harder than Lee.
Yeah, definitely.
Lara could punch a lot harder than Lee, I think. So
yeah, definitely. I think most likely with the winner of Warrington Martinez definitely will the fight that Lee would take next.
Yeah, that's what Eddie was saying after the post fight as well. He said we can match Lee against the winner of Martinez Warrington, because he's not going to fight Leo Santa Cruz. I know that's not going to happen.
No, people see too much bad blood between Eddie and Al Heyman.
Yeah, plus the WBA
Cruz needs to drop the belt or be strict.
That's what I've been saying, Chan, for the longest time now. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Ridiculous.
He holding that belt all hostage.
Chan, I mean, it's a shame because that fight was so good. It should have been for the actual title.
I know,
right? I mean,
that was the rip-off of it. Reggie's status, you know.
Come on, man. But we all know who that. You know what? I'm gonna call Lee Wood the official champ. Unofficially, he's the unofficial champ. WBA.
He's the
champion
unofficial official champ.
Official
yeah.
champ.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, because that fight, they should. Yeah, that was a waste of energy. Of all of that, then you're fighting for the Reggie belt. Or it's a bit of a liberty. Guys, do you think that where does Mick Conlan go after this?
Yeah, I think he needs some fights to get him, to help improve his stamina, to definitely improve it. He's definitely got a boxing brain, but he needs to learn how to don't get caught, maintain his stamina, use a jab. I think jab was lacking at, especially towards the end of the fight. I think he needs more time to adjust. Because that was just a real test. Come on, Colin. I think he needs more fights to improve. Maybe Kid Galahad. That'd be good. That'd be a good test. Kid Galahad.
Kid Galahad coming off a devastating knockout.
He's fighting soon, isn't he? I think he's fighting on the undercard of
to be announced who he's fighting.
I swear he was fighting Kid Galahad. I mean,
to be confirmed. We don't know who the fighter is, though. I'm sure.
Was he supposed to be on this card, or was that cancelled? I could have sworn
he was supposed to be on that card
in 2 weeks' time. No,
he was supposed to be on the card that was just gone, but was cancelled, and now he's fighting. Yeah. But we don't know who the fighter is.
Because he moved up. He was moving up to super feather for that fight too, as well. He was moving up to 130 for that fight.
Yeah, he needed to, man.
Yeah. Okay, by the way, Chan, I got the scorecards. If you want to hear them.
You got the scorecards. Say that, Kenny.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's all right.
No, what I'm trying to say is that Kid Galahad, you know, with these fighters, they always say, "I'm dead at the scales. I need to go up." But
dead at the weight, but he was.
Yeah. He was definitely dead at the weight when he fought, Martinez. But in terms of what's in there for Josh Conlan, Mark Conlan, quite some with a performance like that, there's definitely big fights for him because there's no doubt in my mind that if he's going to be a world champion, there's that.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
I think the thing that he did is he's very unlike Adam Booth, because one of the things Adam Booth always encourages fighters not to be is greedy. And he got greedy. Greed
out the gas tank.
Cost him that fight. Cost him a chance to be a world champion. He got too excited. He'd already put the guy down. He made a fatal mistake in the 11th round, and then he came out. He was dead on his feet, and he was there to be bashed up. Because when he basically won the round, and he was bashing him around the ring, but when you get greedy, and he got greedy in 11th, and he got caught with that punch. I don't care how far ahead you're on the scorecards, you're vulnerable. You're vulnerable, mate. You're dead. And even
you are.
When you said it was only a point. Conor was only a point ahead. if you look at the fight again,
AJ's going to give us the card in a minute.
Yeah, there was reasons why it was close because the guy from Gedlin was scoring a body shot, and then when you're sitting on the ropes like that, you're encouraging the judges to think that
you're inactive, you're not doing anything. Yeah,
he brought him back into the fight, but Lee Wood's body punching was beneficial and did catch the judge's eyes, because I think that gave him an into the fight that he should never have got.
Yeah, and go ahead, go on, Tunde.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think Colin had the fight in the bag, but I just think he was being impatient. I think he was eager to not stop Wood. I think he got overconfident with that knockdown in the first round, and he got too eager. And he should have been more patient, kept him more technical, kept him in the center. I think he let Wood, get back into the game, especially when he was back against the ropes. If Colin was more patient, used a jab, kept him on the back foot, then he would won the fight, much more easily, in my opinion.
Yeah. Did you see? There's a fighter in common for Kid Galahad and Lee Wood, and that's Jazza Dickens. Do you remember how Kid Galahad desecrated Jazza Dickens and made him look like just a load of bloody mess?
That was a systematic just beating he gave him. That really was.
It was such a great performance from Kid Galahad. Had such a great jab. Basically, just jabbed the fuck out of Jazza. Like, battered him just with a jab, more or less. And then look, then his next fight, he gets stopped by an oldie. It's weird, isn't it?
Crazy.
It's easy done. If you don't prepare well, and you like I said, you're dead in the scales, and you just about make weight, and your preparation is all wrong, and then you fight this you think that this Martinez guy is going to be another Jazzy Dickens who's fighting with his face.
Yeah.
Who's basically there to be switched hit at will. It's not happening. The guy's got too much experience for that. These winker-back fighters with their switch hitting, fight, defend. Because the thing with people like Kid Galahad, they tend to defend rather than doing the classical, amateur style. They defend on reflexes. So their defense is basically their feet and their heads, and basically dancing around the ring, and that's the defense. So you're hitting fresh air, but
it's also the straight up and down Ingle way.
Yeah.
And that's what got him clocked by Kiko.
Yep.
That Ingle. Say that.
And he was dead on the scales. He didn't prepare.
Yeah, and dead on the scales. Yeah, he was fucked. He should have been up at Super Feather. He should have been moved up. So who does? Yeah. Well, we just said we're waiting to see. I'm intrigued to see who he's going to fight. Anyway, but I'm intrigued to now watch a bit more of Lee Wood and Mick Conlan. Mick Conlan's always been a fucking gobby guy, though, isn't it? Really arrogant, and so it always happens. If you notice, the ones that are arrogant always end up being just humbled. Like, it's mad.
Lately, it's been happening.
What's your guys'
happening.
thoughts on Ben Davis as a trainer? Do you reckon he deserves the credit for the Lee Wood victory?
Tunde, I was waiting for you. I was waiting for someone to say this, because I said a bit earlier that it hasn't been a good couple of weeks for Ben Davison in terms of like Josh Taylor 2 weeks ago, where we believe, in fact, we all know that Taylor lost, and then he's been taken to like the well, and basically the donkey, which is Michael Conlan wouldn't drink out the well and allowed Lee Wood to take the spoils. But in terms of the whole fight, I know what you're saying, Bubba Tunde. Is Ben Davison the trainer that he claims to be, or was he just a boxer-size coach?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. According to him, Ben Davis is undefeated since 2016, so 6 years undefeated as a trainer. Is that really true?
No, it's not, because well, was he not at Billy Joe Saunders?
He's unofficial word in his. He's left that to Mark Tibbs. He went.
He went. That's why they fell out as well, though, weren't they? Mark Tibbs was like, really, you weren't really supposed to even be there, and he was like, well, Billy Joe wanted me there, so I don't know why this lappy is not looking at it's getting everybody else's shit, but not mine. It's so annoying. But yeah, he said that, but he wasn't the official. He weren't the official cornerman for BJS. So technically, he may be right. But what was the AJ? What was the scorecards?
Let's see. Okay, yeah, 2. Yeah, I had right. 2 were 2. He was up. 2. CONLAN was up by a point. 104, 103. Then for the last one, he was up. Then for the last one, he was up by 3 points. It was 105, 102. So yeah, they had it. It was razor close going in on 2 of the cards.
I could go with the 105, 102, maybe.
Yeah, so if CONLAN had if Wood had won the last round, it probably would have been a majority draw.
Yeah.
If CONLAN had won the last, so I'm sorry. If Wood had won the last round, it would have been the majority draw if the judges had gave it to him.
Yeah,
or if all 3 gave it to him. So
cards ain't too crazy, are they?
No. I mean, but one thing I'll say though is I think this fight turned both guys into probably low key stars. You know what I mean? They're gonna have a lot of eyes on them going forward, regardless win or lose. Like but CONLAN also, especially with Lee Wood, I'm gonna have my eyes on them both now from now on watching them. So
yeah,
definitely. I definitely can see a rematch down the line, especially if one of them wins the world title.
I hope so.
Definitely.
Yeah.
CONLAN
came close. I mean, it wasn't his night. CONLAN came close. It wasn't his night, but I think he'll, maybe he'll use this as an opportunity for improvement, and also just the still Kenny. Also the still Kenny. Sorry, work with. Also the still Kenny Ken's word off his performance. Damn, what a pork chop!
Absolute pork chop. Exactly. There's a lot.
Hang on, sorry.
AJ and Tunde, whilst LadyChann's getting on, don't you think that in terms of like a ticket seller and potential fights from Lee Wood and Lee Wood and Josh Warrington, you've got passionate Leeds fans, and you've got the Nottingham Forest fans in terms of like what's happening, right? To be a fly on the wall in terms of the atmosphere, and 2 fighters as well. Like Josh Warrington's a former champion, obviously got battered by Lara. And you've got Lee Wood. Josh Warrington's a kind of wears you down. He works for all of that 36 minutes. He doesn't take a rest for 36 minutes. And you've got Lee Wood with a banger. I'll pay to watch that fight.
Yeah, I wish it was alive, especially you've got the Irish fans who are very passionate people in general, and you've got the Nottingham Forest fans. You just got the 2 electrifying fans, so electric that the crowd be separated. It was like,
Where are you from? You got a northern accent. Where are you from? Up north?
Yeah, I'm from Manchester. Good old Manchester.
Oh, you from Manny?
Yeah, good
Manny in the building.
United City.
One of my favourite places.
United or City?
United, unfortunately. United.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh well, such is life.
But yeah, but both all these fighters have devout fan bases that can make these fights big. You know what I mean? I mean, just imagine how big a rematch would be between CONLAN and Wood if there was a rematch, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good pencil game. That's good pencil game.
I don't think then well, I wouldn't mind to see a rematch, but I think who do you think wins in the rematch then?
That's the thing, man. It's like, oh boy.
No.
50-50 this time? Exactly. Again.
You reckon?
There's a massive elephant in the room here that we're not even talking about. Because AJ, you mentioned something really poignant. Both of them have got major fan bases that can sell tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the biggest problem the biggest elephant in the room is we poor old Bob Crawford, right? Even though we know he's the best thing on the planet, best boxer on the planet, as far as we're concerned.
Sliced bread.
But AJ's word, big fan bases, can get a lot of support, can bring 2 cities together. I can see why, even though I think he's very ill-mannered man, Bob Arum, I can see where he's coming from, because we're all talking about how we're not talking about Wood and Warrington being a legacy fight. We're just talking about the excitement, the atmosphere, the fact that it's going to pack the stadium and think it's going to be an exciting fight. Yeah, we're not talking about that in terms of like Crawford and Spence. We're just talking about pure boxing. And so we're all boxing hard nuts. Boxing's our lives. We'll go to the York Hall as well as Madison Square Garden, but these casuals who basically keep us in work, I could see why they probably wouldn't buy into Crawford and Spence. And that's the problem we got with boxing. Casuals pay the bills.
But I think as well, it's different market as well, Kenny. And the British market is different from the American market. You know, boxing in America, you could arguably is pretty much, apart from Canelo, maybe it's pretty much boxing is pretty much almost dead in America compared
Canelo,
to
that's it.
We love
Canelo's pretty much it.
Hang on, have we gone off topic? Let me rein it back anyway. So Sandy Ryan.
Okay, Sandy Ryan. Oh yeah, that
was crazy that they put a 3-0 or a 4-0 in with an ex-champ.
And he likes to rush his girls.
That's the best thing for her. That's a good experience for her, though.
He said that basically it was, you know, because the level of competition now for the women is very it's stepping up. So you want to see who's got the gusto and who ain't. Basically,
I actually think was it for the
that was his reasoning. I don't know if I
regarding Sandy Ryan lost
this one makes my nose run.
Regarding the Sandy Ryan loss, it was for the Josh Taylor robbery. I actually think that we got the point decision. Only because of that controversy regarding that fight. Then they gave Sandy Ryan the loss. Yeah.
They because of the Catterall thing, they was like, well, we can't just like give her a gift now because all eyes are on us on how we judge. So they actually I didn't see the fight because I joined in late on the card. I've got to run it back.
Shots, though. I watched the fight back. She gave and took heavy shots. And you know,
I mean, Kenny, in your opinion, did Ryan lose? She lost, right?
I think I wouldn't. If I was Ryan, I would feel, you know what, it could have gone either way. It wasn't like a wide win for her. I think, in fact, I would have gone for her opponent on the, you know, because I think in terms of like
Ryan lost.
I mean, you think the decision was fair, right? Farias did get denied.
Yeah,
thought it was
I
fair.
think so.
Okay, cool. Because I didn't see it either. I just saw the last round. I mean, I just let the run back too, but
I got to tap back in. But what the bits that I saw it was, she lost. Everyone unanimously around that was like, she wasn't used to the punch output of her opponent.
That's just experience. It's just experience, man. That's all that was.
Yeah, but she's not used to so many punches coming back at her. That's something that she's new to, obviously, in 4 fights in or whatever. So
she relied on her physicality. She was a bigger girl, and she thought that would take.
She's a big girl. She's what is she? 40, right?
Well, 140 pounder.
Yeah. She probably.
I remember her from, I remember her from like she lifted somebody off the canvas with a body punch.
Yeah, she's a big girl. Why is she fighting down so low? That's where they feel that they'll capitalize with what she's doing.
She might move up to welter. Who knows?
She'll probably go up. She'll probably move up. Swab in the building. What up, though, Swab?
Swab.
What's up?
Hello, Swab.
Yo, what's up? What's happening, family? Everyone good?
Girl behind the mic in the building. What up, Dal? Yeah, what's up, Swab?
Let me connect to my AirPods.
Good day, Shan. It feels like Minoy.
Crack a leg, Swab.
You do know me for years.
There you go. I just connected to my AirPods. What's happening now? Everyone good?
Yeah, we're just
what's happening? What are we talking about?
About the Conlan and the card, the zone card, and with Conlan getting punched out of the ring like Bernard Hopkins.
That's KOD.
That's what reminded me of. It was a great fight.
Yeah, Bernard Hopkins.
It was a fight. Yeah, it was a fight of 2 halves. That's the way I see it. So, first half was all Conlan, and then second half, Conlan was still there, but I think he fatigued and he just connected to the tempo and he was gone. He slouched. And then after, I think Lee Wood saw him slouching that he was gone, but he still punched him like 3 times afterwards, got him out the ring. But
you had to make sure he had to close the show.
Yes, exactly. And this you should not credit Ben Davison. You should not credit Ben Davison. He's a fucking clown, bro. I don't trust me.
Swab, bro. Swab, you trashing this dude on Twitter, bro. It's like
no, Ben Davison.
Come on, bro.
He's overhyped. He ain't what he's cracked up to be. He's been gifted a little position, and he's nah. I respect that. I respect that he's taken, the position and ran with it. Who wouldn't? At the end of the day, like if you get a bly, you get a bly in it. But he ain't that. It's starting to unravel.
He's in this position because of Tyson Fury, to be honest. Did he have any fights before Tyson Fury?
That's true. No, yeah. I didn't. When he wasn't. Tyson Fury, that's the first I've ever heard of him. He just came out of nowhere when Tyson Fury made his comeback.
I see Ben Davison as a PT trainer, not a boxing trainer. He's a PT. You go to him. I think I need to go to him to lose some flipping weight. But when it comes to boxing, no, bro.
To be honest with you. Yeah.
No, so I hope Tyson Fury goes back to him.
What did you think about the Conlan fight?
I gave it to Conlan 8-4-7-5, I should say, and but obviously Lee Wood got the knockout. I didn't see any plan, any change of movements from.
Hang on, you dipped out, Swab.
No, he's put himself on mute.
Yeah, so I was saying I didn't see any change of plans from Lee Wood once he got connected and he dropped. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
you can hear me.
My network is bad.
Yeah. There was no adjustments, meaning you.
Yeah, so there was no adjustment. There was no change of plan. There was no plan B. He kept getting hit with that same right left hand. Left hand. Yeah, he just kept getting. And that shot, you know what that shot reminded me of when he dropped? Yeah, you know what that shot reminded me when Lee Wood got dropped in the first round? Jake Paul fight versus Tyron Woodley. Exact same. Looked down at the body and overhand, and the thing went down.
I can't remember. That fight was so trash. So yeah, that fight was shit.
No, Jake Paul fight versus Tyron Woodley, the second fight. The second his knockout. That's the same exact knockout. But the thing is,
when he was laying flat on his face.
I watched the knockout.
I only watched the knockout.
Yeah, exact same shot.
Oh, yeah. See them overhand shots, Carlos Takam.
Yeah, so that's the way I saw it. It was a fight of the year for me. It was a very good fight.
Got ya. Wow, it feels really warm. I put the fucking fan on, right? It makes my nose run, and then I turn it off, and it's fucking baking.
Jan, you know what it is? Jan, you know what it is?
I'm battling.
Jan, you know what it is?
Because it's warming up out here, so I'm battling.
Jan, you know what it is? It's because you're hot. Literally.
Smoking, so you mad, eh? That was a good one though. But I'm gonna have to load up on some sound effects and things like that. I'll get that. For our jokes that we do like to run. But yeah, I'm gonna load up on some shit and get some of these jokes, like that. But that was a good one, AJ. Also, we're going to be doing things like subber of the month. Also, I want to do moderator of the month, and then you get to you get to win something for the great subbers of the month. I'll pick a subber of the month, or maybe I'm not going to tell you what criteria you need to be the subber of the month. I'm just going to check it. Maybe I'll randomly put some names in a hat as well. Pull them out. Time to show you that I love you. I love you all.
We love you too, Chan. We love you too, Chan.
Oh, thank you. I know you do. Swab, you back?
Yeah, I'm just going through Oxshot. Very bad signals to the area, so I just finished my work and I'm going home. Yeah, I'm going on bad network. My apologies if I ruined the show.
No. Don't ruin it. No, you're not ruining it. I just was wondering what's happened. But I know you're always on either this train business or whatever. As long as it doesn't cut out.
I'm a busy man, Chan. I'm a busy man. I find time for boxing. I make my paper. Boxing doesn't make me paper. I make my paper other ways.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you, though. I hear you. I shouts out to Ring IQ as well, that been catching up a lot on his stuff on Julius, giving us the good old breakdowns. Just wanted to shout out Julius. He ain't in the building today, but I was in his building and we had fun chopping it up on the show the other day. And shouts
Julius
out to
a great guy. When it comes to boxing, he speaks sense. That's it.
Yeah. I was watching.
He gives it to us straight. That's the only way he knows how.
Yeah. He's very intelligent.
We want it. That's why we're there.
He's intelligent. That's what it is. Because he knows how to just break it all down. And then this is like anyone that like tries to challenge and they're coming with bullshit. I was watching the Art Man thing. And I was like, Art Man, you was out of your depth, mate.
Bro, that dude got slaughtered. He got slaughtered. Completely slaughtered.
He's an idiot, though. He shouldn't have.
Yeah.
He didn't come up with any facts. Nothing. No facts. Nothing. None. I was watching a bit of that today.
When it comes to Julius, when it comes to Ring, when it comes to Julius, the way he speaks facts, he basically talks about boxing and not the boxers.
Mm-hmm. He does.
That's the way we see it. He's not a fan of boxers. He might be here and there, the great, but he talks facts.
He's got his favorite boxers, but he doesn't fan. He doesn't fan out. But he's an AJ supporter. He just calls it how he does, man. He just calls it how it's supposed to be called. That's just it.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, and that's how. But this is not what I've had to. A lot of people, I've had to block them, so thrown them off of my sub account because they've all, you know me, I'll go at Tyson Fury. Oh my God, all of the fanboys have been in my comments. They've just been hidden. I've lost more subscribers and gained because like all people seeing it and I'm like, you are the people that I'm trying to filter out. Fanboys.
Man, I seriously can't wait till next month. I really can't wait till next month. I really hope Dylan Whyte does the impossible. I really do.
Yeah, so do I. I can't wait.
Just imagine, guys, imagine if he knocks him out and we wake up Sunday morning. What a crazy Sunday morning that'll be.
There's a big possibility, of course. I personally got Dylan Whyte as a favorite.
There you go.
Not Tyson Fury. I got Whyte as a favorite, 60-40, straight down.
Okay. Well, the bookies, it's not that, but I mean, yeah. For you, it's your personal favorite.
I'll put my money down on Dylan Whyte. I'll put my money down. I'll put a K down on Dylan Whyte, knocking him out.
Wow.
I mean, because I checked. I think the odds site that I checked, they had Tyson Fury stopping Dylan Whyte in 4 to 6 rounds.
Tunde went, oh. That's a
good luck on that.
I mean, I'm like, are they serious? I mean, yes. I mean, I checked it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go on. You was talking. Go ahead.
I saw. We were talking about the Tyson Fury fight. You said you were going to get a ticket to the fight. Have you got your ticket?
Mate, I tried the up and down. I'm not going to StubHub where they're selling £55 tickets for £600.
Exactly. Fuck that.
Yeah. I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it. And then I thought I'll do a media day where I'll just go down and, do some media there. So I tried to look at all the hotels. They're all booked. All booked. Every hotel booked. The closest hotel is 7 miles away. I may as well stay at my house. So what I wanted to do was then be right in the at the hotels in the surrounding, right next to the
Hilton Wembley's all booked. Hilton Wembley. Yeah. So I try to book that, but
Hilton Wembley's booked out. The business booked out. Novotel's booked out. All of them. All of them are they're all booked out. Done. Yeah, and I think there was only one. It was 6 miles away. and they were still charging like 400 quid.
Has someone booked coach?
Huh?
Tickets.
Coach trips there, yeah.
Well, I don't need a coach because I don't live too far. But I mean, yeah, there's coach ones for people that live, you know, from far out of London.
Yeah.
So
Fun fact: I'm a Wembley boy. I was born in London.
Yeah.
I mean, not London, Wembley Park.
Yeah.
And like from outside my house, I lived in that house for about 15 years. So I was born in that house.
I grew up a lot in Wembley Park, Wembley Triangles.
Leeds, I think I went to school in Leeds. And, yeah, those are my areas.
Yeah, right up there, Church Road, North Wheezy. You see me? So yeah, that's so. I tried to go nowhere's no hotel at all. So I was like.
Anyways, guys, guys, I'm going to put money on it. £100 on Fury winning by
you
late
did ask
stoppage.
me about a bet, didn't you?
Yeah. So AJ or Ken or Swab, I'm going to bet money on it.
What, for Fury?
I'm putting a K down on Dillian Whyte knocking
Fury.
Late stoppage, yeah.
All right, I mean, well, look, let me ask you guys this. I mean, because like I checked an odds website that I go to for my boxing matches, and they're protecting Tyson Fury to stop Dillian Whyte in like 4 to 6 rounds. Do you guys see that happening at all?
No.
I think it'll be later. No more.
It's going to be a later stoppage.
I mean, like, I'm reading this like give Dillian Whyte some credit for
God's sake. It's got to be in like within the first 6, because otherwise he's going to gas out.
Yeah.
But I've seen some stamina training that he's been doing, and he was doing the stair climbers, like, you know, all the.
Yeah, I saw that video.
And it looked hectic.
He's doing sprints as well, like on the track, with like a lot of athletes who are lighter.
Yeah. So what's your bet, Tunde, of who's winning?
Free by late stoppage, round 10, 9 to 10.
So guys, do you want to be in the bet?
How much you putting down, man? How much?
£100.
£100. Okay, how much is that for us?
I don't know,
because
because if you put down money at a bookies and parlay it, don't you make more money?
Yeah.
Than all of these little so you could put down like a specific round group that Tyson Fury or Dillian Whyte win, and if he does, like your money, like. But I think if you're betting as Tyson Fury is the winner, what's the odds? Like you're gonna have to bet. You'll probably have to bet. You could bet 500 quid to get back.
Yeah.
To make £100 extra.
Yeah, you bet. I mean, you bet money on the underdog. That's how you make money. So.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the way it goes. So that's
either way, it's going to end up in the knockout. I can't see this fight going the distance.
But you may as well, if you're going to bet on Tyson Fury, you may as well do a bet where it's not bookies, like with you guys, like doing it like here, because you won't make enough money at the bookies unless you're betting.
Exactly. Yeah. I'd rather put on Dillian Whyte. If I put £1,000 on Dillian Whyte, how much do you think him knocking him out? I don't personally like putting rounds on because you just never know. So I'd rather just put a knockout because I know the knockout is gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm the same.
You can't say it will happen.
Like calling rounds either.
I'm not gonna put. I don't like that round thing. It just if you put on he gets knocked out, you ain't gonna get paid for that knockout because you know what I mean. I'd rather put it just on a knockout. That's it. Don't pick around.
Chop it up. I just need to do something admin wise, and I don't want it to feed back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm the same with Sawab. I don't like, placing the win on rounds per se. I mean, like if somebody asks me, I will choose, but that's not normally something I don't do. So, Yeah, I
wouldn't do it, but I see a knockout, and I think Dillian Whyte is going to knock Tyson Fury out. If you gun to my head, I would say round 8 to 10. Round 8 to 10, I see. 8 to 10.
Why?
I don't know what
why is he confident? Why is he confident in Whyte though? Why?
Mate, because I don't think at the time. Let me pick my words properly. Tyson Fury has not faced. Well, currently, like in this timeline, since he came back from his coke journey, that's what I call it. Since he came back, he hasn't faced anyone like Dillian Whyte. Pressure fighter. He went in there with Otto Wallen, and look what happened to him. And Otto Wallen is nothing special. And look what he did to him.
Well, everyone has a bad nights, though. Everyone has the bad nights.
Bad nights. How many bad nights did he have when he was? I don't count Wilder as anything special either. He just has that right hand.
That's it. And Wilder managed to drop him 4 times.
Yeah. He might have that power, maybe. I'm not sure, but then again, Wilder was on his back foot. He didn't come forward. He's not pressure fighter. He's not inside fighter. And Dillian Whyte is going to be on the inside. And Tyson Fury does not like that. He does not like pressure. He does not like being roughed up. And you know what I mean, he can only try to rough a person up.
The only person I don't think Fury can beat 100% is Usyk, or everyone else. Usyk and maybe. No, I think Usyk's the only person I think that really. That could beat Fury at the moment. Everyone else, I put Fury as a favourite.
To be fair to you, I probably because it's just what you done for me recently thing. That's the vibe you're going with, I guess. So if that, say this fight happened before the Wilder second fight, who would you have picked? Dillian Whyte or Tyson Fury? The way he got knocked out in the 12th round. I'm talking about after Wilder's first fight, when he didn't go into the rematch. Apparently there was the WBC for the Diamond Belt. Something like that was happening before the second fight. But he just played about with the Whyte.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah, Dillian Whyte said that Whyte.
Who would you have picked at that time? Then
I still pick Fury. I just think Fury will have been more about Boxton.
Okay.
I mean, when's the last time he's really looked good like boxing on the back foot though, really? You know? He hasn't really shown that in quite a while.
That's the first Wilder fight. You could say the first Wilder fight. That's when he was. That's when, even though he was a little bit, rusty, he did box on the back foot. But when people talk about Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte being more of a genuine inside fighter than Deontay Wilder, and being very good at it, and he's got a hurtful left foot. What that's telling me is that Tyson Fury's tactics can only be one sort of. It can be, jab, right hand.
That's it.
Jab, right hand, but everything from distance, and then make himself.
Basically, watch a rematch of the Klitschko fight. Basically, that's the way. If he's gonna anything to do, the best chance he got is to fight the way he fought against Klitschko. Just jab and run. Be on the outside and not let Dillian Whyte come in. Just keep throwing that floppy jab.
And fellas, I got a feeling that when this fight Dillian is going to be in his face all night long.
Exactly. He's going to pressure him.
He will be in his face all night long. He's not going to give him any room to breathe. He's going to try to steamroll him all night.
He's a lot stronger than Deontay Wilder physically.
Oh yeah, absolutely, definitely, most definitely.
But you guys, I've already said last week, my biggest worry about Dillian Whyte isn't the fact that he's going to be in good physical shape and the fact that he's going to fight well on the inside. He's always susceptible to an uppercut, and he gets hit by clean shots. But then again,
it's fatigue.
His best way to win the fight is by fighting on the inside, and the risk and reward. He has to get his left hook going, his body shots, and the right hand. He has to take a shot to get those shots off.
Yeah, but Kenny, I mean, it's like about that. I think okay, you make a valid point, but it's just that comparing the how I think the fight will go, like their styles. Like Dillian Whyte is considerably shorter than Tyson Fury, so will he be able to land a clean uppercut on him as he throws on the inside? You know what I mean?
Just adding to AJ's point. And who do you think is a bigger puncher? You name me those. Povetkin or Fury?
Oh, Povetkin.
Can I have one? Povetkin or Fury?
Povetkin's a bigger puncher. With the left hook.
Who's a bigger puncher, Povetkin or Fury?
Povetkin's got a bigger punch than Fury.
Fury hands down.
Okay, yeah. Exactly.
So I get what you're saying. So a Fury uppercut.
Yeah, who's the bigger puncher, AJ or Fury?
AJ.
There you go. I don't think Tyson Fury has that power to knock out Dillian Whyte,
especially if he throws an uppercut.
Look at Wilder only got knocked out because he was tired. He was fatigued.
Yeah, it was accumulation.
And that's the only way I think.
Yeah. It was. He broke Wilder down throughout the fight, and then he.
If it was to happen, The only thing I'm scared of when it comes to Whyte is his stamina. I hope he doesn't get tired because
his gas tank.
Yeah, his gas
tank
tank
himself very
is
well. He's gonna have to pace himself well. So
I think if you look at his fight, I think his gas tank. I think the last time we looked, I had a bit concern about his gas tank was, well, obviously Joseph Parker. That it's like, I don't know if you watch something on YouTube about BT Sport Boxing, and Tommy Fury was why they had Tommy Fury in that panel. I don't know. I mean, some of the stuff he was saying was just first class rubbish, really, but just nonsense. I mean, just stick to going on a paid for holidays.
It's obvious he's gonna lick his brother's ass. So
Kenny, look at the funny thing is that look at John Fury. All of the Furies, they're all just jumping on the ride with Tyson Fury. That's all it is.
That's it.
Tyson Fury has a name, and they're jumping on his bandwagon.
They're always cheerleaders. That's all they are.
That's exactly, and I think I'm hearing that John Fury apparently is going to be on the undercard, and I think Tyson, whatever that clown, Tommy Fumbles.
He's John Fury going to fight Mickey Theo for once?
Mickey Theo or something like that, yeah. Well, John Fury is nothing special. He got smoked. He's saying, "Oh, I born this guy. He came out my nutsacks." Okay, we get that. You're his dad, but you're a shit boxer yourself. He didn't do anything.
I mean, he got knocked out by what's his face, Henry Akinwande back in the day. I don't know if y'all saw that.
So I saw some clips.
Yeah.
From what I heard, he ain't nothing special, man. Just Tyson Fury. He's good. He's tall. He has used his power. He's a great Tyson Fury. He's great.
I mean, it's funny because like they're Tommy Fury as well. Like just say that because like that whole Carl Frampton confrontation they had to hear Tommy Fury. It's like, bro, well, yeah, you do suck. You know what I mean? You're not any good. You're not any good. The only where you are because of your name and who your family is. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's what Frank was trying to say is that I've seen quite a lot of Tommy Fury fights, and the fighters he's fought are just wardrobes.
Trash.
Do you guys know this thing? You know his last fight was Tommy Fury's last fight that he had with some Anthony next guy. That was Jake Paul's sparring partner. He had another fight under some YouTuber's fight, and he looked shit. And look how bad I think Tommy Fury looked with him. So imagine he goes in with someone like that.
Yeah, that guy was 0-1 at the time. He was Jake Paul. So he was 0-1 and hadn't fought in like 2 to 3 years. And he went to distance. And he went
5-7.
That guy was tiny though. Who's that guy? That guy was tiny. That guy
so what? Do me a favor. Who's got? Or actually, Tunde. I can't find it. I did it before. How do you activate subscriber mode only?
Is it not settings?
Yeah, but in YouTube Studio, right?
I think so.
No idea.
I think so. YouTube Studio.
Oh, you don't know? Have you ever used it before?
No, I never used it.
Oh, okay.
Well, what's happening, Chan? You got some trolls. You got some trolls in there.
No, it's just better. Let's get better conversation without trolls. Go ahead. Just gonna ask the chat.
They're the one that makes you the money. You just let them come in.
Yeah, no, they have to subscribe for a certain amount of time before they comment. So subscriber mode only is much better. Because if they're proper UGC, you know how to do it, innit? UGC Flame. What up? 150 was in the build dizzing. Yeah, one of the content creators tap in and let a girl know how I forgot. I did it last week. Or the week before last, and I forgot how to. I've just been looking, and I don't know where the settings gone. It's just evaded me. Right. But go ahead. What was you lot talking about the Dillian Whyte shit? Still.
Yeah, we're just talking about how the fight could play out.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Pants anyway. His dad's always been pants. His dad was 8-4 or 4-8 as a boxer.
Let me see. This guy's gonna go toe to toe with Carl Frampton arguing with him. It's like this dude will argue with anybody. You know what I'm saying?
This guy wanted to fight David Haye not too long ago.
Oh yeah. Because he picked Wilder to beat him. He picked Wilder to beat him. It's like you pick against his son, and it's like, oh, it's off. It's it's personal now. Yeah, I don't like you. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, it's just our opinions, man. You know what I mean?
Can't a person have an opinion, bro? Does it have to be nationality and bullshit? Frank Warren was laughing at Dillian Whyte when he got knocked out by Povetkin.
So was Bob Arum. He took his shots as well.
Yeah. Bob Arum is American. I get that. Bob Arum is American. But you're a British promoter. You're British.
And you want to call and you want to say, oh, it's disrespectful. He's not promoting the fight. It's like, well, what's disrespectful is his purse split bullshit.
Okay.
That's disrespectful.
Hey, they're giving him pennies and expecting him to do an amazing job, bro. You get
come on, man. Let's get real.
You get the service you pay for.
Thank you.
You get the service you pay for.
And bottom line, I'm not paying to see the press conference. It would have been nice to see Dillian helping out, but I'm not tripping. I'm paying to see the fight, not the press conferences. So as long as Dillian shows up on fight night, puts in the performance, that's all I care about.
See that? You see,
I don't blame him.
So that's the thing, you know, like in that again. That's another reason why I just wanted to slap Tommy Fury senseless. When he's saying like Dillian Whyte didn't do it. He doesn't even do. He should be lucky to be in a position. I mean, what's he done to get in this position? I'm thinking, hang on here. Don't you know boxing? The amount of
what did he say? What did he say?
Tommy Fury said that he said that Dillian Whyte, what has he done to deserve to get to that position of fighting Tyson Fury? That it's going to be an easy fight. I was thinking, does this guy know boxing?
Oh, okay. Okay. He needs to sit his ass down. He needs to sit his ass down.
Man, seriously, man, you last time I heard from you, man, you're going around with a girl called Molly, and you want to come.
You know what? I'll be actually shocked, Kenny. I'll be actually shocked if Tommy Fury manages to win a domestic area level title. That'll be shocked. I didn't think he does that.
Who pulls out of a fight with a bloody YouTuber and comes out with all sorts of excuses, man?
Thank you.
You don't pull out a fight with a YouTuber. If you're a proper boxing man, you fight a YouTuber with one amber on your back. You don't need to, you know what I mean?
And all that shit talking they did before, the press guy, all that bullshit, them to pull out, oh, I got a chest infection, oh, my rib hurts. Wah, and
nonsense, man.
Another thing that I'm really annoyed with is just the credit that Tyson Fury is getting because they sold out the Wembley Stadium. Would he have sold out the Wembley Stadium with any other boxer?
No.
Would he have sold out with Joseph Parker?
No.
Would he have sold out with Otto Wallen? With Tom Schwartz? Would he have sold out with anybody else? And people, that's the thing. They know the truth, but they're not saying it. They know the truth. They know.
Shout out to Julius. Shout out to Ring IQ Julius. He was saying like how this fight is the second biggest fight in the UK you could do without Anthony Joshua.
Exactly.
Because of Dillian
Fury and Dillian Whyte. Yeah, Fury and Whyte, both of them.
Dillian Whyte. You know, what's his name? Was it Tris Dixon was talking about how Dillian Whyte, you know, as all the big fights he's had, and Cam Frampton was nodding agreeing with him. He's saying about how Dillian Whyte's headline pay-per-views, and then Tommy Fury it says it's the biggest purse he's ever had, and that, you know, he should be. I was thinking, hang on here, if your headline, I don't know much about economics, but I think that if you're headlining pay-per-views, and it's that you get a cut of the not just the ticket gate, but you get a cut of the profits from the pay-per-view. Maybe I'm wrong, but for Tommy Fury to say what has he done to deserve that big payday and to fight his brother, it's laughable.
Dillian Whyte. Yeah, Dillian Whyte owns his shows. He owns the boxes. I think not owns, but he manages the fighters that fights under his thing. So he's getting a cut out of them as well on this undercard.
Fabio Wardley, Alan Babbitt. He manages all these guys.
He gets a cut from them as well. He owns that show. He gets money from the people coming into the stadium, from the tickets, from the pay-per-views.
Anyway, so like I said, no one likes fanboys. No one likes fanboys.
Nope. I mean, Tommy Fury is dead. The clowns, man, the clowns. That's all. They'll just keep talking nonsense. I mean, like if Fury gets knocked out, they'll be making excuses for that too. They probably won't take the defeat. Well, you know what I'm saying? How much you want to bet? I can see that happening.
Don't be surprised they come out with the wild
a bunch of excuses.
Wild excuses. He had the weight glove in his hands and this and that. You know, I think if Tyson Fury loses, I don't see him coming back. You know.
No. I mean, like how he said his little spit. He said he's going to retire. If he loses this fight, I think he will. But if he wins, he won't.
He said he's going to retire anyway.
Yeah.
I
I
trust
think
my
if
arsehole
he
more than
loses,
Tyson Fury's mouth.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I think
He
if he loses
shits.
this fight, he will retire. But if not, he'll
Yeah,
continue fighting.
he talks more shit than my arsehole.
Well,
I think we did with Tyson Fury, right? You know, sometimes I look at Tyson Fury and I think there's times when I think he's dedicated to the sport, and other times when I just think he's just there because he needs to keep busy because of the situation with his you know his like I said his mental health. But you know what the thing with Tyson Fury, and that's one thing. Although I'm a fan of his, I do agree with a lot of the criticism of him is that he hasn't done boxing any justice. He hasn't cleaned up the division. He hasn't given us the fights we want. He just picks and chooses fights. How can you go around telling everyone that you're the best on the planet when you're not clean? You're not cleaning out the division. I don't know how anyone in boxing, right, can actually justify that. I don't get it. When you've got pre-champions of great repute have cleaned up the division. I don't understand how Tyson Fury, and the problem is that the media, promoters, especially encourage Tyson Fury to think like this by saying he's the best on the planet. Yet we've only seen him fight Klitschko and Deontay Wilder 3 times.
Thank you.
That's
Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
I'll give him the Chisora unbeaten. He beat the unbeaten Chisora. Fair enough. I'll give him that. Bro. 3 fights. That's it.
That for bonus points, but that's all. That's it.
Don't get me wrong.
How can you say you're the best ever or best of this era?
I think Tyson Fury technically I will put my money on Tyson Fury against some of these fighters, but doesn't mean I'm going to be right. So you've got to see that. You've got to have these fights. Not for him to say
you can't just that's the reason I don't give him any credit. He can prove me wrong. Knock out Dillian Whyte. I'll rate you. Go in there, do it with Joshua. I'll rate you. Go in there, do it with Usyk. I'll rate you. Then I could say you're the best of this era. When you do that. Until then, no. You have only beaten, that's it, Wilder. You have only beaten the Klitschko. That's it. And you run away from the rematch with Klitschko.
Yep. Swerved the rematch as well. Plus, he tried to swerve the third fight too with Wilder as well. So
yeah. Fair enough. That I could give because he was trying to make a fight with AJ.
Yeah.
I mean,
bottom line, he should have had his ducks in order before all that shit anyway. You know what I mean? He should have had shit straight. You should have known that you couldn't have fought. You know what I mean? You should have known that.
Bob Arum as as a lawyer, he should have known himself.
Yeah. Both of them should have known. They should more than anybody.
I think they just love playing about with Eddie Hearn. That's it. All right, congratulations, you sold out. Basically, you know the funny thing is, they sell out the Wembley Stadium. Eddie Hearn, look, we did it as well. That's like you have to prove a point to Eddie Hearn. As if like you know what I mean? Don't you see that funny? If you think Eddie Hearn is nothing, why are you calling out his name? Why are you telling him, look at me? Hey, look at me. That guy also can sell out Wembley Stadium.
I mean, so what? You know what's funny? It's like all Eddie has to do is a fight with Canelo, and that pretty much dwarfs whatever they do.
Exactly, he already done it. There's nothing for him to do. He done it with Carl Froch. He done it with AJ twice.
Now he's got Canelo, and he's got Canelo on board as well.
He's doing it with Canelo.
Yeah, all you got to do is 1 or 2 fights with him, and he just dwarfs everything y'all did.
Eddie Hearn is worldwide. That's it. Eddie Hearn is worldwide, and you're only in the UK and America.
Yeah, you guys have answered the question of why they're so upset about Dillian Whyte not promoting the fight, not turning up to press conference. Because let's face it, Tyson Fury does need a dance partner. He needs some sort of rivalry. They say this is the second biggest fight in terms of like the ticket sales. But in terms of you still got to promote the fight. You still got to get the public interested because you've got TV viewers have got to watch this. So that's one of the reasons why they are panicking a bit about the fact that Dillian Whyte's not turning up because
I would love IFL TV or boxing socials or any of these to ask them this question: would Tyson Fury have sold out the stadium without Dillian Whyte? Without his name being on that banner,
I can think of one. I can think of one of these YouTube channels would ask him.
Hmm?
I can think of one
Pro
person
Bees,
would ask.
rest in peace, Pro Bees. I think he would have.
Did you miss me?
Yep.
Yeah, he would have.
He
Yeah,
sure did.
definitely.
LadyChann.
Did you
Rest
miss
in peace
me?
to that guy, man. I was
Who
very upset.
happened? Who died?
No, we're talking about
Pro
Pro
Bees.
Bees. We're talking
Bees,
about.
Oh, me. Dude. You know, sometimes I forget, and then I think like I do the same thing with my nan. I forget that my nan's died, and then I'm like, oh yeah, and then it just brings you down straight away, don't it? It's just like, I can't
Those
really
memories,
believe it.
those memories, they hit you. They hit you.
I
Rest
can't
in peace to
believe
that brother. He would have asked that. Yeah.
if it wasn't for
You asked that
pro,
question.
there would be no.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for pro, there'd be no Shan on boxing YouTube. And if it
Or
wasn't
me,
for
I
pro,
would have been involved
Shan
in boxing.
and
He would have
Kenny
given me my
wouldn't know
break
each
as well.
other. Shan and Kenny wouldn't know each other.
Yeah, he gave me my break. You know, all
Yeah,
these years ago.
same. He interviewed me
We
on the
met through
show.
football. We met through football. Like I was doing
Yeah, because
football
he used to
videos
do
with him.
footy, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that he was a good friend of my one of my closest friends called Patrick, and he said there's this geezer. He's a good friend of mine. He's a Ghanaian guy, and we play football together. And I didn't hear from him for about 6 months, and he went up to me and went, Ken, do you want to? We wanted to talk about Arsenal, but there's a boxing bit. You can stay on if you want. And I said, all right. And then I said, yeah, I want to stay for the boxing as well. And he looked at me and went, why does he want to stay on the boxing? And then when he realised I loved the sport, because I was talking to Jim McDonald's son, and I was talking about his dad and all the fights, he went, he said to me, I can't believe you love boxing as well. I said, well, yeah, you did ask. You just thought I wanted to talk about the Arsenal.
Yeah. He's an Arsenal fan like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad, man. Rest in peace, Pro Bees. We love you.
That's it. Rest in peace. He was good, man. He's a good man.
Good.
For me, I didn't know him, but from watching him, I can read people.
Yeah.
I can read people. That's the thing. I can tell from their character. You can tell the way he speaks. He's very calm guy, calm and collected, happy spirit. Like you say, yeah.
God fearing.
Back to the
really loved going to church every Sunday when he could. He was good. Working out at the gym.
Back to the.
Yep, working out in the gym when he can.
Yeah, I think that's where it happened to him.
It happened in the gym.
He got ill in the gym.
Yeah, he came back in and then collapsed in the gym. Just basically never regained any form of consciousness. It's just you just couldn't write that in a fucking book.
Is that what happened? That's how he passed? Is that what happened to him?
As well.
Yeah, he collapsed in the gym.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
Rest in peace, man. We were saying, we were saying that he would probably the only person to ask Tyson Fury that you think he would have sold out Wembley Stadium without Dillian Whyte? Would any other reporter dare to ask a question like that?
Yeah, definitely.
Can't think of too many.
Yeah.
Actually, I think possibly, what's his name? That American guy might ask that question. He's not a fan of Tyson Fury. Eddie Setback.
Radio Raheem.
Report it. Oi, don't use any of his bit. I used a clip of his thing. He copyright struck me. My copyright strike doesn't expire until nearly the end of May. He won't remove it. So
who? Radio Raheem?
No, Ellie Setback.
He hates Tyson Fury.
That guy.
He's an American fanboy.
And he could see my content is not with Wilder, so he probably just thought I'm just going to strike the bitch. But yeah, so don't use any of his shit. Yeah, don't use any of his shit. Yeah, can we get these lights up? Have we got the lights up on the channel? Because I've noticed, I've noticed you lot are not putting these lights up. And when you watch my commentary, hit the like button.
Oh,
otherwise I do no more shows.
No.
I'll boycott you all. I'll boycott you. I will. Which puts in way too much work. I've even downgraded my work. Remember, I used to be live all the time. Bitch goes live maybe twice a week, maybe, but it's definitely once. Because sometimes you just lose the vibe not to always be, you know, it's got to be worthwhile. Otherwise, what am I here for?
By the way,
just stay at it, man.
Well, it's boxing related, but what's your guys' opinion about the recent photos of Billy Joe Saunders being very large? Really large.
Oh, shit.
Jesus. Billy Joe Saunders, have you seen the recent photos of his face?
Yeah,
it looks like
is that edited or is that raw?
Are those real?
Yeah, they're real.
That's what I'm.
Is that Photoshop? So is that actually legit? Because he put on
No, it's not Photoshop. It's not.
Like he put over definitely £200 minimum.
You know what? I blame Canelo. I blame Canelo for this.
220, 230. He's weighing like a heavyweight.
This is Canelo's fault. I blame him for this.
Well, he's got a lot of money now. He's got more money, and you know, you get comfy. You just want to buy McDonald's and shit.
Well, George Groves put on quite a few pounds since he retired, hasn't he?
Huh?
George Groves looks a bit fatter since he's retired.
Yeah, George Groves, Ricky Patton.
He's retired. That's a different thing. He's retired.
Nassim Hamid looks a damn state. I can't believe it. He was so cute.
He does not look like himself. He does not look like Nassim Hamid.
Just fucked up.
He doesn't look like him, Nassim Hamid, does he?
Why would you want to get that fat? Like coming from being as an athlete. All right, I know you will put on some pounds as you slow down, but come on. The dude was 7 stone.
Still stay in some kind of shape after you retire, you know. This keep you just something. You know what I
mean? There's only credit I can give Floyd Mayweather is just in that. Oh, he keeps at it, man. He's a gym rat. He's always ready. He's still at probably 155.
By the way, guys, you know what I think? I think after Canelo and Bud Crawford retire, they'll stay in shape too.
Canelo, Crawford, Anthony Joshua, Usyk.
Yeah, they'll
all
stay in shape. Yeah, after they hang them up, after they hang up the gloves, they'll probably.
Frotcher stayed in shape. Frotcher stayed in shape.
Oh, Frotcher stayed in shape.
David Hayes in shape still as well.
Hayes in shape. His son's his son looks about 5'11" at 13, and he's working out with his dad, like top off on Instagram. David Hayes' son. I went young granddad en route. That kid.
His son is that tall? His son is 5'11", 13.
Furthermore, I'm going to show you it, right? I'm going to show you it. Give us a minute. I'm going to show you it. Because I was like,
to be honest, this generation grows quicker anyway. Chan, this new generation, they grow.
Yeah, that chemicals, that food, man, making us bigger.
No, David Hayes' son plays tennis.
Yeah, they both.
That's right, yeah.
Really good tennis
player. They grow quick. They're 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 14-year-olds look like 20, 21.
Yeah, they do, man.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Hang on, let me get.
Sometimes with poverty, though, sometimes the poor kids, they're the ones who eat badly, and they're the ones who are big.
Every minute, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the area. If you notice,
that we all love to Ross.
Yeah.
Because here, AJ, we've got chicken. Like you can buy like a chicken meal for like £2, where you get a couple pieces of chicken, fries, and a drink for like $1.50.
Shit, I gotta move to the UK, man. That's some bullshit.
Don't, because you know what's happening.
No, it's not good for you.
It depends on what area you live. If you live in a poor area, then you've noticed on the high street they've got 4 kebab shops, 3 about 8 chicken shops, and they got 2 McDonald's one end of the street.
That's his boy.
Yeah. Look at his son.
Whoa.
Yeah. Is that Cashier?
I swear, is my comment still there? It has to be. Where am I?
Damn, he looked like his dad too a little bit.
Yeah, I can't see my comment. It's somewhere buried in there.
Should be right at the top. Your comment normally stays at the top. Your own comment
usually stays at the top. Unless he deleted it. Good off.
Let me. Well, he's on the right track. If he keeps working out with his pops.
Look how big he is.
Damn, he's
for
huge.
13.
Damn.
This is good. He's good. David Haye is going to be a young granddad.
How tall is David Haye?
David Haye's about 6'2".
Damn. Wow.
No, maybe 6'2".
No, 6'3". He's 6'3".
This kid might top off at 6'6", man. Or 6'5".
Yeah, look how big. What do you mean? Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, he's in shape. He's in shape. So David Haye will always stay in shape. He'll always stay in shape. He always will.
Looks like he's back down to cruiserweight, not heavyweight anymore. So, looks like he's back down to cruiserweight. That's what he looks at now. So
yeah, he looks like he's back down to cruiserweight. Yeah, not heavyweight anymore. Yeah, but there's like loads of comments. I know sometimes mine sits at the top, but
what did you say?
After you retire from professional sport, and when you get to an age in like your late 30s and 40s, that's when you have to stay fit, because when you're unfit and you put on that much weight quickly, that's when the heart disease starts.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, and that's a lot of people, heart attacks and all of that. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
It's like I know a relative of mine, like a very close relative. I just won't out him. You know, I'll probably tell you, Chan, on the private chats, but it's just I know a relative of mine who's like he put on so much weight over the years, and he used to be in shape when he was like in his teens and early 20s, and like he's put on so much weight now. He's like, he says, I want to get my body looking this way. And I'm like, I don't think you could do that anymore, because you just let yourself go so physically. It's just that's probably now he's in like his early 60s, and like that's impossible. And I don't think you could do that. You know what I mean? Because you let your body go so much.
Jr. will always be in shape, as well.
Yeah, I have so much respect with people like what's his name, like Sylvester Stallone and all those old action guys from the 80s. They're doing the best thing in shape, Stallone and also what's his name, Michael J. White. He's 54. He's like body of a god. And even LL Cool J as well. He's like 54, 56. LL Cool J, amazing for his age. So
but these guys have been in shape for years. These guys have been in shape for years, though. A long time. So but it's just more impressive they managed to maintain that.
Everyone, sorry to butt in. I need to go. I've got a long shit to do tomorrow again, running around. Luckily, I'm not in the shop, but I've got other shit to do. So everyone, take care of yourself.
Thanks a lot,
everyone, Kenny. Nice one. Peace. I need to make my paper tomorrow morning. Again, we have to wait 7 o'clock in the morning.
All right, much love.
All right, peace, everyone.
Thank you. Salute.
Hey, guys.
So now, go on.
I'll say it. I've just got someone sent me something on Twitter. There's a bit of a Twitter beef between Joyce and AJ.
Oh, there. Shall we report to Twitter then?
No, it's not that. It's actually quite funny because AJ was talking about all the
stuff.
when AJ's basically ain't waiting around for Usyk. So basically, what's happening is that they're saying AJ's either going to fight Wilder, Wallin, or Joe Joyce.
Yeah, but that's old. You're talking about that.
No. It gets better though, because AJ starts saying, "Oh, why should I fight Wallin? I fought in the amateurs, and I took out Joe Joyce in round one." And Joyce,
but is this what's happening now? Is that updated from then? Are you talking about?
No. What is this? Joe Joyce is bit back in it. He's been having a go at AJ. He says,
now he's replied.
Yeah, he's replied, didn't he? He's saying to AJ, he was saying stuff about how AJ's had it easy. He's had all those sponsorships and all that endorsements and that.
All right,
he says that you've had gifts. So it's quite funny anyway. So maybe
Joe Joyce, no one said to be 40 years old and bloody then fucking become a boxer. It's not AJ's fault that Joe Joyce is a good athlete. He was an athlete. There is us. Look, hey,
hello.
There's us live on my Twitter. Hi. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Where will we find this? God, on the desktop.
What are you looking for?
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I've got to go now. So I've got something to come up now. Chan, I'll talk to you later in the week here.
All right then. Thanks for coming on.
Take care, Ken. Take care, AJ. All the best.
Take care, man. I'll see you around.
Okay, so we need to find Joe Joyce.
Get Joe Joyce up.
Yeah.
By the way, Chan, I'm not leaving till I'll be right back. Just got to step out. So I'll be right back.
No worries. No
There he
worries.
is. Check tweets and replies. Go down a bit. He's got his pinned tweet.
Oh yeah, he's not. Look, he's got his middle finger up. That's to AJ.
No, keep going, because he quote tweeted AJ. There it is. There, go up. There it. Stay.
Here.
Yeah, so
he says, and Anthony Joshua, you having a meltdown. Where's all your belts? All those sponsorships and endorsements helping. You're a glass cannon. Quit the act. You were given everything. # easy mode. Oh shit! Shots fired! Kaboom!
Yeah, but AJ started it though. Look what AJ said. Started as well. When else?
Yeah, AJ told the truth. AJ was like, "It's true. Put some respect on my name. I beat Joe Joyce in fucking 1 round. Yeah, it was the amateurs. I beat him in 1. Joe Joyce. Did you know that AJ helped Joe Joyce with sparring for Daniel Dubois?
Mm.
No, I bet you guys didn't know that. AJ's helped out. He knows Joe Joyce. He knows he can beat you. Everyone's like, oh, that would be a tough fight. Yeah, Joe Joyce is a hard nut for everyone, for a lot of people. But AJ beats him. I'm letting you know that. AJ beats Joe Joyce. The end.
I think the problem with AJ is not from people like us, because we recognise the fact that he's worked his nuts off to be 2-time heavyweight world champion, and he's on the brink of being a 3rd world heavyweight champion. But the problem with AJ is that there's always going to be a school of thought from people from all over the shop who basically buy. I think what's happened is that AJ's not allowed to lose, because the fact is that we bought into the fact that a lot of boxing fans have seen AJ as indestructible. Can't lose.
Muhammad Ali lost. Muhammad Ali lost.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that because it's AJ's a massive name in world boxing and British boxing, we got his future mapped out in terms of these big fights coming along. So when he loses, like, what's happened is that the casuals have doubts in their minds. Oh, he's not as good as everything. Oh, he's nice. He's like a Frankenstein. Oh, he's vulnerable and he's scared of getting hurt.
Frank Bruno 2.0.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the problem. It's like you hear.
Well, it's a load of bullshit. I respect AJ. He's achieved amazing stuff, more than Joe Joyce, more than Tyson Fury, more than Deontay Wilder, more than all of these tosspots that act like they've done something. Joe Joyce, no disrespect. You've got no belts. You've never had a belt, and you're nearly 40.
But then again, Tommy Fury saying to show Tommy Fury. Yeah, but you know what Tommy Fury said? Tommy Fury is saying that he doesn't. When people were saying that, AJ will struggle against Usyk at the second time because Usyk got his number. Tommy Fury went up and said, "Would you?" So I said, "I don't even know. All AJ has to do is go and sit in front of Usyk and just let his hands go. He's the biggest man."
Yeah. And guys, we'll give the guy a break.
That's what I kind of agree with Tommy Fury.
Yeah, but it doesn't wipe out his past achievements that everybody else has ducked and had easy resumes.
He's fought everyone.
He hasn't ducked any of his Mandos, nothing. He's been a unified. He's had belts coming out of his ass and had Mandos coming out of his ass. I don't understand why people try to always disrespect the dude.
Well, they got an agenda. Usually, they got an agenda.
Look what someone said. I bet it took Joe Joyce 2 weeks to type that. And look, sloth.
I mean, but looks like Joe, man. Looks like Joe. He's poking the bear, man. I didn't know he said all this shit. This is funny.
Should I retweet it, or is that look fucked up if I retweet it? I'm fucking retweeting it because that's
I think with Joe Joyce is that Joe Joyce, is aided and abetted by his manager as well. Sam Jones is another one who's a very big promoter of his mate Joe Joyce. They're stirrers anyway. But in terms of like Joe Joyce, is that was he? He's gonna be 38 next year, isn't he? He's gonna be 37 this year. So
yeah.
They say that he's in boxing terms
nearly 40 years old.
Yeah, but I think what's happening is
you need AJ. AJ don't need you. You need AJ because you need that payday. And if you never win anything ever again, or you're right because you're out of your prime, but you're in your prime.
Do you think he just wants a? Do you guys think he just wants a payday?
Of course he does.
Yeah, I mean that's like. Do you think
His
that's
age,
just like
yes,
the sole reason?
His time's running that. But the thing is, right, is that he's selling
Joe
himself.
Joyce is in the Who Needs You club. No one really needs him.
He's an awkward fighter.
Not really.
Yeah, but no one needs to fight him.
I mean, plus, and he does. He's already lined himself up for a mandatory.
He's in permission. He's in position. He's WBO Mando.
Yeah, he's already lined himself up for a Mando shot, so he really doesn't have to do it. All he's got to do is wait, really, not unless he wants to take some stay busy fights. So,
mind you, he's been waiting quite a long time, isn't it? Because he's got to wait. He's got to wait for Usyk now, just like Joshua has. Because Usyk
he's in the same position.
Rightly so. Usyk's thinking about his country.
Yeah. So, I mean, even Shane McGuigan said Joshua beats Joe Joyce.
I mean, has Usyk faced? Has Joyce even faced any punchers like Joshua before?
No.
He's been given that full sole role of looking after the camp, and you've got to go out there and make sure that you listen to the one voice, you respect it, you give everything towards that trainer. And if you're in against someone like Joe Joyce, he'll beat Joe Joyce, beat him up. Confident that he'll beat him up. That's a good position for Anthony Joshua to get himself back in the mix. Not just in the mix, but on top, feeling invincible. That's what he needs to do, because he's an aggressive, attacking fighter. He's been trying to fucking overcomplicate shit for too long. Get back out. Joe Joyce won't allow you to overcomplicate things. He's right in front of your face. You're going to have to let your hands go. And if he does so, he's far too quick for Joe Joyce. He'll beat him up, probably knock him out. So if that's the case, his confidence will go sky high, and he's going to go into the rematch with Usyk with a lot of confidence. So I think it's a good thing.
Boom. Check here, you muted.
You muted, Shan?
In my opinion, Joe Joyce can be fought. As boring as it is, you need to fight Otto Violin. Southpaw, because where you're going is towards getting your belts back, right?
Yep.
So let's not have people that want a payday to distract you, to give them a payday, and then you fight them going back, but then you've got he's got to utilize this time to give himself the best opportunity to be able to beat Usyk. You've got to take the positive out of the negative. There he is fighting the war, but then you get to have a longer camp with your new team or whatever, have an interim fight, practice the stuff that you're in the interim fight, what your new team is teaching you to do, and practice with a southpaw. As warm-fest as it may be, at the end of the day, he's got to look out for what his long-term goal is. He needs to get the belt. AJ spends too much time listening to us, and we'll swerve him wrong. We want Wilder. As fight fans. We want Joe Joyce. But at the end of the day, he's got to do what's best for him, because when he listens to us, it goes wrong. We to be a dust them up. We want you to be a boxer. So he goes and beats a boxer and he loses. We're all right. He ain't got his belts. We're all right. Do you know what I mean? He needs to stop listening to us and does what's right for Anthony Joshua. That's it.
Yeah, because Chad is like at this stage of Joshua's career, even though he's like, he should know enough what to do and what not to do in the ring against certain opponents. You know what I mean? I mean, you would think he would have that type of ring IQ.
But he's too busy listening to us.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's why I don't understand. He wants to listen to fans and let us influence him. Like he should know what he needs to do.
Do you know what it is? It's because he likes to. He's a people pleaser. So
he's a businessman.
He's a businessman.
He's a businessman, LadyChann, because
meaning.
What I mean by him being a businessman, let's not forget the reason why we're here, and the reason why any future we have in boxing is because of the casuals. The casuals are the ones who pay for the pay-per-view. The casuals are the ones who pay for tickets. You ain't going to see any of the casuals at the York Hall or like the Irish Centre in Camden Town.
No.
Or like Repton Club, like Little Tear Up or any of the local clubs in the United States. The casuals in this country are the ones who are 100% by AJ, behind AJ, and they're the ones who dictate what he wants to do. So the reason why AJ gives him these fights, because a fight with Wilder is a big payday. A fight with Joe Joyce can be sold on not because everyone thinks that Joe Joyce is going to walk through AJ, and AJ's susceptible because he can't take a punch. And if you just stand in front of AJ and trade, he's scared. So you sell that, you sell that story. And I think that's the thing. In terms of Otto Wallin, that's fine. That's the best fight for him. But that's not going to put, that's not what, the brand and Joshua is about. You got to remember, what's the name? Femi Joshua doesn't exist anymore. Anthony Joshua's the new Femi Joshua. We want Femi back because Femi was this, like street kid who just beat people up. He don't exist no more.
Kenny,
I think he does exist.
Yeah. I mean, Kenny, if I could add to that right quick.
Go ahead.
If I could add to that right quick, it's like what happened to the Joshua that was sticking his tongue out and taunting Dylan Whyte in their fight, who was playing around while he was getting, hurt himself and just didn't give no fucks. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since we saw that Joshua. You know what I mean? Back when he was hungry, when he was a prospect, where he was determined, he had it all. You know what I mean? Now it's just he's become more. It's like Rocky III. Mickey said in Rocky III, he got civilized.
Well, I'm starting to see since he's been out and about. I'm starting to see that kind of that street savvy, that feisty, rude AJ that's coming through, just like dropping loads of F-bombs. I don't give a fuck, bruv. Like this Joshua on Twitter is the Joshua that he really is. Like, bruv, do you really think that you could beat me? I used to wash you back in the day. I'll beat you. All of these heavyweights that are acting like they're rough, I washed you lot back in the Amis. Or I've washed you lot in sparring. It's true that I don't say none of this. You lot live this facade like you're better than me. But now it's time for me to say, fuck you lot. After the people that you lot look up to, I've washed them.
Yeah, Ken also, I don't know if y'all noticed, he actually AJ beat Wallin twice in the amateurs as well.
And he's beat Wallin as well. Yeah. He beat Otto Wallin as well.
Well, you see, that's the thing. Boxing is a very, very small community where, you look at these fighters and 9 out of 10 times they've all sparred each other. And if they haven't sparred each other, they fought in the amateurs. Let's not forget that Usyk got beaten by Sean Porter. You know what I mean?
Man. That's crazy.
Usyk fought Joe Joyce
Ugas
as well.
beat Crawford.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Shit happens, mate. Build the bridge. Get over
Sean
it.
Porter, I think he beat a lot of good fighters in the Miami. Sean Porter, he beat Danny Jacobs. He beat Andre
it's
too.
It's a shame he couldn't beat him in the fucking pros.
Fucking pros.
Dillian Whyte knocked out Anthony Joshua. Beat Anthony Joshua in the amateurs.
Dillian Whyte desecrated AJ in amateurs. I watched that. I couldn't believe it. I watched it.
Dropped him on his ass. I think what was crazy. I think that was Dillian Whyte's first ever amateur fight he had.
It was Dillian Whyte's pro amateur fight, I think.
Yeah, it was his first fight. His first
debut amateur fight.
Yeah. And he beat Joshua.
Yeah. Do you see?
Bruce Groves beat James DeGale in the amateurs in West London and beat him in the pros as well. So they all know each other.
And beat him in the pros as well. Yeah. It's just one of them things. But all Joshua's just saying is, I am the Joshua is here. Like, if I do have to get down and gully, I listened to you lot. I went wrong. You lot was calling me Frank Bruno 2.0. So I thought, fuck it. My coaches kept telling me, if you want longevity in the game, it's about being hitting and not being hit. And he's saying, rock 'em, stuck 'em, AJ. He said, our guns blazing, but also I'm getting hit. But if I want to stay in boxing for a long time, I had to learn. I get it. So he thought he had to learn more sweet science. So it's all about just a balance.
I mean, it is. I mean, also you would think
know when to fuck them up, when to fuck them up, and know when to outbox. You did it without Andy Ruiz outboxed.
I was about to say the same thing. It's like you would think Darren Usyk fight Joshua would have went, or his corner would have went. Okay, I can't outbox this guy. I need to take it to him. I need to turn this into a street fight or something.
There was no switch that went click. Yeah. That I don't understand.
I think,
No
I think,
switch
I think
that went click.
if you look at the fight forensically, you can understand why. You can understand two sides of it. The practical side was for AJ to sit on him, but if you sit on him, you've got to, what happens if you know he's not out of there in the 7th or 8th round, and you run out of gas. So even though you say sitting them, you still, just because you sit on a fight doesn't mean you're going to catch him square on. You could try and catch him square on if you put him under so much pressure, and he makes mistakes. But you know, you've got to press home your advantage. You know, people. There's got to be certain skills you've got to open him up. You've got to go to the body. No four. If you go downstairs, you can get countered against a very good boxer like Usyk. So, as much as everyone says, let's go inside and beat him up, and the logical thing to do. This is a fighter that took it to AJ, went to the centre of the ring, and thought, right, they're not going to let me beat Sky on the ropes or just with my skills. I've got to go there and take the belt of the champion. So that's why, as much as we talk about Usyk's skills, let's not forget that the AJ went all donkey legged in the 12th round and sat on the ropes and wasn't.
I'd love to play that 12th round and show you how many shots also missed with him being on the ropes. How many shots
I'm not even saying
did
miss. I'm not saying
how many shots did he swerve?
Do say it. But let's remember, Usyk didn't just win on skill. He went there and took the belt of AJ.
No, but nobody's taken away Usyk's win, because I had Usyk winning comprehensively 8-4.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I gave
4 rounds.
I gave 9 rounds.
It wasn't just a skill.
But what I'm saying is, like, there's no shame to losing to arguably one of the top pound for pound fighters, the most technical, best heavyweight in the world, as we can clearly see. Like, and people try to make it like it's embarrassing, like it's an embarrassing loss. What's embarrassing is that these people, what's embarrassing is that these people, if they were faced with Usyk, and we're not mentioning any names, Tyson fucking Fury, you don't want to fight him.
Yeah, because
they didn't want to give me. They didn't want to give me fight before he fought Usyk.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. So there's a lot of fighters that wouldn't have done what AJ did. They would have dropped that WBO belt. They would have dropped it.
Yep. Of course it would, and that's the thing. That's why I always shake AJ's hand if he wins it for the 3rd time, because I always say to people, "Oh, AJ can't box," and box. What do you mean he couldn't box? And that he got outboxed. I said, well, the guy went and took the champion for him. He didn't just do it on skill. He fought like a warrior in there as well.
He fought like a warrior.
That's what got over Usyk. It wasn't skills, and that's what AJ's got to realise.
I underestimated him at heavyweight. I underestimated Usyk at heavyweight, but what I've realised is, is a good cruiserweight is going to be a better heavyweight, because heavyweights are naturally slower. A cruiser that comes up to heavyweight, they're used to being quick. They've got a better gas tank because they're used to going 12 rounds. They're more nimble. They're just better. They make Evander Holyfield, Usyk. They make a great cruiserweight makes a fucking epic heavyweight.
Potentially,
and they're technical.
Lawrence Okolie.
He's going to be a good heavyweight.
Potentially, he hits hard.
Potentially, I think he will. I got to see a bit more, but potentially, because he's got a bit of things to fix.
His bad habits. I think Shane.
Yeah, he's got to iron them out. If he irons them out, and then he's all right. Yeah. Hang on, can I just say this super chat? Rolling with the punches. $5 on your girl. Thank you very much. Wham bam. Thank you, Chan. Great content as always. Thank you very much, Rolling. And the last topic is, because we want to round things up, is Spence v Ugas. Kenny.
Can't wait.
What are you saying
April 16th, wasn't it? Is it April 16th? April 16th.
April 16th, indeed, it is, sir. I'll be going live for that. That'll be a wicked live watch along.
We'll get that on Sky.
That's going to be on. Well, that's PB. Hang on, that's PBC. So we're going to have to get that on Fight TV. That's going to be on Fight. We'll probably pay. Yeah, but we'll only pay like probably about £15.
Yeah, that's
lucky you guys.
You know what? I forgot to tell you how I got my tickets for Wembley. You know, me and the wife had to buy a package because that was left. So
package
don't
for what?
scream. Well, for the basically, I shouldn't even be saying
package
this.
for what? The zone?
No, we had to buy a package for the Whyte Fury fight, innit? A hotel package and the fight. So
just to be able to stay at the hotel.
Yes, in a nice Hilton hotel. Did
you buy it? Did you buy the package?
Yes. You know how much they cost, don't you?
The package is like £600 per person.
A bit. No, we got it cheaper, but for both of us, it came up to about. I don't want to say.
About £800.
I told you not to say in public.
Big mouth me. £800. So you did the. I checked though. Yeah, I checked the hotel packages, and I was like, I can't condone paying. The cheapest one that I saw was £360 per person for the hotel package, but then it went up, and then I saw it depend. Hilton one was that weren't the Hilton one. That was another Hilton one. And then Hilton one, there was like 400 a person. Then I saw one that was 600 a person. Then I saw one that was 800 a person for the hotel. So are those packages still available?
We got in a day. That's what we left because I timed out. But what I'm trying to say is that the reason why I'm disappointed that I've got to go and get the fight pass for what I feel is going to be a fantastic fight, which I wouldn't be surprised if Spence loses. I don't think he will. Is that I think
so? You're going to be you're going to be at Whyte Fury then?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I've got to be there, Ken. I've tried by hook and crook. I can't get on the press list because Frank Warren won't approve me.
Why?
Why not?
Have you done?
I'm not. Because they vet your channel. I go against Tyson Fury, didn't I? So I wouldn't have expected.
Well, you got enough subscribers. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's just that. No. It's just that. It's up to them who they want as press there. If you've noticed, Tyson Fury's press is very specific. Yeah, Tyson Fury doesn't really have black people as press. Have you ever seen anyone bar Radio Raheem of colour that interviews Tyson Fury? Have you not noticed?
No.
It's seconds out. It's never black people.
Well, it
doesn't really fuck with black media because black media don't really fuck with him. Black media don't really there's not a lot of black channels that are really pro Tyson Fury. So they don't vet you to come in under their press conditions. That's what it is.
Obviously, Coogan gets some mirror, and I know Coogan's
the only person of colour. Well, he's gone through Eddie, isn't it? But he doesn't really fuck with Coogan.
I know sometimes when Coogan goes to watch Arsenal, if he doesn't have a ticket, I know he goes in. Was it him and Frank Warren go to matches sometimes together?
Yeah, because they've got a decent relationship. Even AJ and thingies, that Frank's got a decent relationship. Frank said AJ can, come through and he'll give AJ a seat at the Whyte thingy. But I can't get Whyte unless you know what I mean? Jeez. You got. There is no one. That's no one. There's no one that even if I would pay that. There's no one that's like me that will say, all right, Shan, I'll pay 350 quid as well. For £400 each, £400 each. There's not, even if I'm prepared to do it, no, the package you need 2 people. There's no one's gonna go halves. There's I don't know anyone that loves boxing enough like that for me.
What about who did we have 2 weeks ago? She used to work at Wembley.
Oh my God, my girl, Miss Ringside.
Miss Ringside, she could go with you.
Where's her number? Yeah.
She could go with you.
wrote down her number somewhere. Got to make sure I've wrote it down. Miss Ringside, I did, didn't I? I got to call her actually. Fuck, thanks for reminding me of that. Where did I write down Miss Ringside's number? I'll just have to ask her.
Is she part of the group? Is she part of the group? Is she part of the group or?
No.
Oh, okay.
I did have I wrote it down. I know I did for a fact.
Miss Ringside, if you're hearing this, we need your help.
Miss Ringside. But I'll just hit her in the comment section.
Yeah.
Fuck. I did have it. It's somewhere in this book. I'm sure I put it somewhere in this book, Miss Ringside. I know it's somewhere here. Scatty Shan. My bad. But I did write it down. But anyway, back to Spence and Ugas. Go on, Ken.
Yeah, in terms of that
and
fight,
then AJ after.
In terms of that fight, I really am looking forward to it.
Found it
more so for Spence. Obviously, you know, the thing with Spence, right, is that I always look at Spence and I'm thinking, right, before he had the problems with his retina, before he had the car crash, I was thinking, right, this is a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
But then I look at Ugas and I see where he's come from and how he's got himself into this position, and you know he's what I consider more of a live fighter than Spence. Although Spence has got incredible ability, I've gone from making this a foregone conclusion to make it a lot closer than what you
originally thought.
I've gone from 80-20 to 55-45 in favour of Spence.
Wow.
And that's only because of the injuries.
But I'm with you. I'm edging it for Spence to win. Even if Ugas comprehensively beats Spence and it goes to the scorecards, they'll never give it to Ugas. But passing it on to you guys, what do you think about that? And AJ? AJ.
Yo.
Ugas
Spence. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I told myself before I was gonna.
Who do you think wins?
Right now I'm leaning towards Spence, but I haven't made an official prediction yet. I want to wait till fight week or the fight day gets closer to make one. I just want to do some research. I still haven't seen a lot of Ugas' fights, so I kind of want to see what else he can do in the ring. I mean, also with Spence, I just want to conduct a little more research myself before I make a choice. Of course, Spence is the favorite, and I can kind of see that. Before I was kind of back and forth, but I'm like, is Spence damaged goods? Because like my incentive was buying the fight myself. The selling point for me is like, is Spence damaged goods this time, or will he lose? You know what I mean? That's the main selling point for me for the fight. And also there's a good co-main event, Butayev Stadionis, which I think is going to be probably the best fight on the card. So I'm really excited for that. So that's just my 2 main points. But it's a good little scrap, good unification fight. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it kind of lives up to expectations. I'm going to pay probably $80 to see it, so it better. So
So you don't know who's going to win as yet.
Not yet. I'm going to just wait a little closer to the fight date to make an official prediction.
Bro, we know the fight isn't in the UK. We're talking about Spence and we're talking about Whyte and Fury is in the UK. Eric, is it Pake? How do you pronounce your name?
Pack.
Pake. Yeah. So yeah, I've got Spence edging it. I still believe that Spence is ducking Bud Crawford. Doesn't like to mention his name. I don't care what he said the other day. We're going to do things in private.
He's been allowed to do it though, because what's happened, right, is that it's one. It's an awkward fight, but then again, you know what it is, right? It's people like Bob Arum who's done a good job, in terms of like the promotion of the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of Crawford, it's you're always going to have this situation with Crawford, man, until we see past that. We've seen past that, but promoters think, oh, we ain't got a fan base. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is going to be difficult to sell. He won't get enough buys. And Spence is in a position to just, go along with that. He doesn't want Crawford because it's highly likely that he'll lose. I think he'll lose.
He'll lose.
So do I. I've been saying that myself for like longest time now. Crawford, I think he'll stop Spence if they fight.
He'll lose. He wants no.
He'll probably get stopped as well. He'll probably get stopped as well.
He'd be stopped.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he will.
Stopped. He'd be stopped. because of all that pent up frustration that Bud would go through of all of this shit.
Oh yes,
that would be that would be
epic.
amazing.
I think like if those two ever fought, Bud is going to take all the years of first out on his ass in that ring. That's what's going to happen.
That'd be amazing to see.
It really would.
But I just don't think he's going to fight him. I do that because even now he's just like, you know, well, I'm the big fish. He's saying he's the big fish.
I'm like, bro, you haven't done shit in like a year and a half. You haven't fought. You haven't done nothing. What the hell are you talking about?
And every time, and he doesn't ever say, okay, like I'm the big fish, but I'm gonna fucking wash Bud Crawford neck after Ugas. He just doesn't mention when they ask him. We'll see. It's almost like Bud Crawford. If he says his name, he's just like Bud Crawford appears like the Candy Man.
Oh my God, Chan! I was just thinking of that. I was just thinking. You say Bud Crawford's name in the mirror 3 times. It's like.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the thing about it is, he is the sort of person that there's some fighters out there, and it's not just the fighters, the fans of fighters are just looking at it and I think, you know what? Some fighters just like to protect their oaths and like, you know, retire on an oath.
Pathetic.
But that's the thing. Though. Yeah, a lot of them. When you hear fighters talk about legacies, man, a lot of the
lies.
Stuff is just BS.
I've noticed it's a legacy of lies. It's a legacy of lies. That's
that could be a rap album. That could be a rap album.
Legacy of lies, mate. It's fucking lies.
But that's.
Go ahead.
The thing about these big legacy fights, 2 things either happen. One thing is a guarantee with them: either the fights never happen, or you're going to see it when they're both out of pocket and need the money. And in 10 times we're talking about shot fighters fighting each other. When we had a fight, we had a fight in Manchester only about nearly 4 weeks ago, where 2 fighters should have fought 10 years ago. All of a sudden, it became a very good idea when both of them are trying to, won't let go. They want to recapture their lost youth. This is a fight that has
and that's what they're going to do.
Lost youth.
You think Spence going to do that to us then?
100%. I don't see why not. Because simple reasons that why would you I suppose businessmen in terms of boxers and boxers themselves from now businessmen protect your own at all costs.
At all costs. You know that protect yourself at all times. So protect your own at all times. Especially over there on that fucking island. It's fucking ridiculous over there. It's just they're throwing Ugas to slaughter because they don't really see that much marquee value in him. So they don't mind Spence just like and getting the belts off of him. They want Spence to have the belt. That's why he would never win a decision over Spence. Someone's saying,
but you know how this works. If Eddie Hearn is the best at doing this, and I know was it Shawaz loves him or Shawaz? What's his name? Shawab. But the thing is, Eddie Hearn basically does 2 things. First, he signs the guy who is his poster boy, and then what he does he signs the poster boy's future opponent in order that the poster boy's future opponent is signed to lose eventually the poster boy.
He does do that, and what he does do is sometimes he'll sign the nemesis. So he did it with we didn't sign Dillian Whyte, but he took Dillian Whyte under his wing after the Anthony Joshua fight with him. And then with the Baumgardner against Terry Harper. He signed Baumgardner after that. And there's probably many other ones that we just can't think of.
George Groves? Like this kid just beat my champion. He's like, he's sorry, go again.
No, but I'm just
what he does.
George Groves.
Yeah, business.
George Groves got his first shot at Carl Frost because he was with Frank Warren. Then Eddie Hearn. The only reason why he got his shot is because Eddie Hearn was promoting the fight, and George Groves went along with Eddie Hearn for that one fight to promote him.
Yeah,
so he could get a shot. And there's what about stuff? Sonny Edwards, he's with Pro Bellum, and Sonny Edwards wants to fight Chocolito, probably get battered. He wants to fight Martinez. But
he'll get battered by Martinez.
He knows
to unification, at least they're trying to unify, but he's going to get battered by Martinez as well.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is that Sonny Edwards, even though he's with Pro Bellum, he's signed with Pro Bellum because he knows that if he stayed with Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn won't have him, won't cross over. So he's gone with Pro Bellum, and to the extent that they'll do a shared promotion for any fights he wants, the big fights.
Yeah. Well, very interesting. Very interesting. I can't wait to see the Ugas fight. I can't wait to see the Spence fight. What's next on the schedule? So this weekend is McKinson.
Ortiz.
Let's touch on that. We've finished McKinson, and let me just tell people, I like Michael Mickinson. I do. And I always, when I used to be on another show, I always used to vouch for him and that. And he's good. And he's a tricky southpaw. And he made some easy work out of Chris Congo, like nothing. But he ain't beating Virgil Ortiz.
No,
I'm not going through this again. I've got the whole UK in my comments going, Shan, McKinson's tricky. He's gonna beat Virgil Ortiz. Do you know who Virgil? Have they watched Virgil Ortiz? Virgil Ortiz is a beast.
He stopped all his opponents. He
stops, bro. People's like, well, McKinson's gonna school him, or McKinson will at least put a good account and it will go to the cards. Bro, he's getting stopped with it. I'm doing my prediction now. He's being stopped within the first 5 rounds.
Chen, while McKinson may make it awkward for a little bit, it's inevitable he's going to get stopped. It's not going to last. You know what I mean? He may make it awkward. He may make it tricky for Virgil, but Virgil's going to get to him.
2.5 milliseconds.
Yeah, but Virgil will get to him. He'll get to him.
He's just going to punch his face off. I know that Virgil Ortiz, he ain't got the best defense.
No,
his defense is his face, but he can take a part. Listen, the dude's a beast.
But McKinson's got like 2 knockouts.
He moves forward. He's you've seen him desecrate. Like he's left a trail of fucking destruction. And then you think,
did you see what he did to Mean Machine?
He desecrated him. That was the stoppage. He dropped him, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 times before he. Then the fourth time, the ref stopped the fight, and it's like he had nothing left, man.
This is a wave off. Look, the guy's full of it. Oh God, I don't understand. It reminds me of when Billy Joe Saunders was going to fight Canelo. I'm telling people, listen, let's not go there. Let's not. We can root for our fellow Brit.
Yeah, but you still
analyze.
I will.
Huh, Kenny?
You still have to sell the spectacle. Is because at the end of the day, one of the things about boxing and about like these fights is it's all about an illusion. You got to remember that George Groves, when he fought Carl Froch in Manchester, the reason why we bought into that fight because George Groves got into our heads and made us believe he could beat Carl Froch. He made us believe that he had him, he actually should have achieved that had it not been for Howard Foster. So the thing about it is that as boxing fans, we need to believe that the underdog is going to do what he says he's going to do.
Bro, I know. I'm here with logic. I root for our fellow Brit. But if you know boxing, not even that, if you know boxing, it's just like if you analyze fighters, you'll know what is more likely to who's 100%. More likely to win. There's always an upset, and we get it. And there's always an exception to the rule, and we get it. But at the end of the day, I don't understand how people can see Michael Mickinson beating Virgil Ortiz.
As far as I'm concerned, if that happened, that's the upset of the year.
Yeah,
that'll be the upset of the century.
Yeah, but you know what's happened. You know the classic term. You know, they're saying the same thing about Dylan Whyte, though, aren't they?
Wait,
We're analysing
let me stop. Wait, sorry, Kenny. Wait, Kenny. That would be upset of the fucking millennium, fam.
Of course they would. But of course they would. We know that. Like, we know that. But you know what's happening?
Sorry, go ahead, Kim. My bad.
No. All I'm saying is that, you know, the classic. I don't know if they have that term in the United States, but in England we have this silly term. We've got this sort of like standard term called a puncher's chance. I don't know if you use that in America.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Oh, you use that as well?
Yeah.
They use it as well.
It's common. It's common.
Bro, he ain't even got a puncher's chance. Mickinson is he's got 2 knockouts.
He can't punch.
He's not 2 people out.
Pillow fist.
Fucking box rep. I need to get up so I can bust a joke. Just so I can fucking laugh. Because, mate.
Hey, I give him this. Good luck to him. Good luck. He's gonna need it.
You're still gonna watch the fight, though.
Oh yeah, I am.
It's a sick fight.
I am. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Of course.
Michael Mickinson, there he is, boxer. Come let me.
By the way, Chan, also could I refer back to something you were saying about Billy Joe and Canelo?
Of course you can.
I will say this: like Billy did make it tricky for a few rounds, and I say he made it more competitive than Callum Smith. I will say that. For as long as it lasted.
Callum Smith ever again against Canelo.
Bro, no. Bro, listen.
You're not allowed to talk about that fight.
Punching bag.
Yeah.
Saunders. You might, LadyChann. What do you mean? Can you not hear me?
I hear you. You're fine.
Okay.
Here is my guy's fucking box rec. Listen, don't piss me off with fucking coming with that. This guy's got a chance. Like, just don't do it.
Let me ask you guys this. Okay, if McKinson, let me ask you guys this. If McKinson was to pull off this upset, would that be bigger than Lopez Cambosos?
Yes.
Yes.
It'd be the upset of the millennium. Did you not hear?
No, it'd be
much. Despite it not being for any belts. Despite it not being for any belts or nothing like that. So,
bro, no, listen, 27-year-old Southpaw, 2 KOs, fam.
2 wins. Wow.
2. His fists are made of the same. They're my pillows. I could sleep on his fists. You could prop him up, get your duvet, and sleep on McKinson's fists. Don't piss me off and tell me he beats fucking Virgil Ortiz.
He's not dead to beat him.
Tell me you know boxing.
He's not dead to beat him.
Tell me you root for him, but don't tell me he beats him.
Chan, if he actually beat Virgil, I'm done. I'm done with this sport. I give up. I'm out. I'm out.
Guys, if you want to see me out, I'll be out after that. I'd leave.
I'm taking a long hiatus from I'm taking a long hiatus from YouTube, coming on live streams, Twitter, everything. All that. I'm out.
Media shut down, everything, bruv. Listen, this guy. Look, let's go to this. This guy, 18 wins, 18 KOs, and you're telling me the guy with 2 KOs. Get out of town.
But look at the level of opposition. Who he's beat.
Listen. Anyone that comes in my comment section and tells me that McKinson wins, right, they're getting blocked.
No, not one person thinks McKinson's going to win this.
No, Chen, I'll do you one better. Better money.
Bro,
put money on it. Put money on it.
He's winning.
Put money on it. Ask him, you want to put money on it?
Bro,
they won't put no money on it.
No. Go to my comment section. I think people just do it to fucking wind me up.
Yeah, I think so.
Because in my comment section, he's winning according to people. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not. I just said I ain't going through this, Billy. I don't care. Popular demand, unpopular demand. He ain't beating Virgil Ortiz. The end. He ain't even got a puncher's chance because he can't punch. 2 KOs, fam. And you're gonna come in my comments. Anyone that comes in my comments after this fucking live, fam, and tells me this dude wins, I'm going to come and give you a puncher's chance. I'm going to come to you if you can punch me out so you don't hear me again. But if you can't, I'm going to knock all your teeth out. All of you.
You don't want it.
Because
Y'all don't want it with
fucking
CHANN.
ridiculous.
Y'all don't want it with CHANN.
But they might do it on purpose just to think, oh, she'll come and meet me then. Let me just chat shit. CHANN will come out. She'll come out and meet her. That's fucking ridiculous. Guys, I'm done with yous lot. Don't want to see yous lot in my fucking comments talking about McKinson fucking beats Virgil Ortiz. And with that saying, we've actually come to the end of the fucking show. We've come to the end of the show, and our good old Kenny is rid it out with us, and I fucking appreciate it, Kenny Ken. And we're just going to say hi. We're just going.
Look, we've had a good chat. You know, the thing about it, right, is that, you know, boxing is a fun sport to talk about, because at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of good fights, and we've got access to a lot of good fights that we never really used to have access before, because, you know, it's a team. We've got choice, sport for choice now, in terms of the channels we can watch our fights, and we've got, you know, social media to help us in terms of YouTube. So we're laughing, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I second that, what you're saying. We've got loads of access. No really reason to not be able to watch the fights that we watch as much as what we can. Roderick, Freelot. I can't see you, but I can see someone hailing you up using the Bill Dizzin. But follow Kenny on Twitter. Tell them where you can find you, Kenny, on Twitter, because we always have good bants on Twitter, don't we?
Yeah, I'm at Kenny Ken 1972 on Twitter, and the same on Instagram. Although Instagram's more fun, because I think the Arsenal Twitter at the moment is too full of people. Let's just say, cancel culture is massive on Twitter, and you won't get cancelled for. You just can get cancelled if you don't back a manager or a player, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's why Instagram's more fun. You've got more control over it, and, you know, I think when you're in your Instagram account, you learn from your mistakes on Instagram that you made on Twitter, i.e., following certain people. Like in Instagram, you don't have to follow the same, you know, pork chops on there.
Yeah, I think I used to be really active on Twitter as being an artist, and that's where my bulk of all my followers are from, as LadyChann the artist. So they're thinking, what the fuck? She's always tweeting about fucking boxing now. But I dropped off of Twitter.
Exactly. I've lost followers on Twitter because I do more boxing, because I don't want to talk Arsenal with these people, because I don't want to share my Arsenal knowledge and my views on Twitter. I want to do it on Instagram, because I don't want people who I don't really have much respect for anymore to see my tweets. But the thing is, they follow you because of the Arsenal. So if you don't support the Arsenal, you lose.
No, but I've got a lot of more boxing people that follow me now on the Twitter, and it keeps me a bit more active on Twitter. Before, I just tweet and then I'll just go. I won't even usually check the timeline. I'm not that but I've become more active now. We have Bants, AJ's on there, you know, Ring IQ, Malachi, you. So we all do our.
I was really seen as an Arsenal fan, as an Arsenal man, more of a boxing person. It's fact.
So I like your and on Instagram as well. So it's Kenny Ken 1972 on Instagram and Kenny Ken 1972 on Twitter. Guys, you should follow Kenny on any or both of his social media as well. AJ, what's your Twitter? We follow each other on Twitter as well.
Oh yeah, you could reach me on Twitter at AJ.
I can't hear you. You sound very low. Get closer to the mic.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, my microphone. You can reach me at AJ Spay on Twitter. That's AJAYSPAY on Twitter. And if you type in just the at, the A signal, and Spay AJ. That's how. So.
Yeah, and we have a load of fun. So come and chop it up with us. I will be also opening up soon a Discord as well, where we can all hang out, you know, as well on Discord. So where we can just hang out, chat shit, whether it's your face or whether it's just audio. So I'd like to thank Kenny Ken. It was in the Bill Dizzin. Thank you, Ken. Amazing. Thank you for joining me as usual. And we've got more things to chop up next week because we got fight. So we've got the fight this week with McKinson, where we see him out in 4 or 5 rounds. We'll be back saying Shan was fucking right. right? And
there's
yeah,
a massive card next the Saturday afterwards as well. You know, in I think it's in Leeds. You know, you've got Warrington versus Martinez in Leeds.
Oh yeah, Warrington and Martinez definitely be.
Oh yeah. By the way, Chan, we got some more cards on Saturday as well. We got Edgar Berlanga is fighting Steve Rolls on ESPN. Then we got David Avanesian.
I wonder if we'll be able to get access to that.
Isn't it?
Avanesian is fighting too as well on BT Sport. He's fighting again as well. He's having a
yeah, I'll definitely tune into probably the David Avanesian one. I don't think we'll be able to get the ESPN one because we don't have that. Yeah. So yeah. Look, Eddie Rodriguez, thank you for dropping that $5 deserve on your girl. Yep, I'm introducing.
Is every British fighting next week?
Is she? What?
She's fighting. No, she's fighting the 26th. She's fighting on the undercard of Warrington Martinez.
Yeah, Ebony Bridges, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. She got a title shot. This is a title fight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's got a title fight. Oh yeah, and shouts out. We've got Natasha Jonas this Thursday at 9 p.m. guys. So
nice.
The champion. What? Hang on. Natasha is the WBO
154 champion.
WBO fucking light middleweight champion of the world. So she'll be here
finally
Thursday at 9 p.m.
Damn, she whipped her ass.
If there's things that you would like me to do, leave it in my comments. Hit me up on DMs on my Instagram. My Instagram's down below at LadyChann, LadyChann, and the same goes on Twitter. Give me any ideas. Kenny, if there's anything that you fancy talking about next week, shoot it through in the week and let me know if there's anything specific. Definitely. We'll cover it on the next show. But thank you so much, Kenny. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ken. Sorry.
You only have to look. You only have to pick up at social media and pick up. You know, go on YouTube and you'll find that there's loads of content for next week that we won't even think about because everyone likes to have a chat and promote themselves in boxing. So we've got loads of topics next week.
Yeah, we're gonna have. We'll just if you jot them down and just make sure that remember that we'll touch on them. Definitely, we'll have a laugh next week. I know next week's going to be a fucking laugh. Just remember, I can't wait. But thank you so much, Jay, for joining me. Thank you, Kenny Ken, for joining me. Thank you, Tunde, for joining me. Thank you for Suab joining me. And who else? I think I always leave out someone that was on the panel, and I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, but Ken, you can bow out while I say bye to the whole chat.
Well, I'll speak to you guys soon. Speak later.
Thank you so much. Peace and love, Kenny Ken. See you later.
I'm gonna dip out too as well. By the way, I got an idea.
See you later, AJ.
By the way, oh, you're welcome. No problem. Thank you for having me on as always. I got someone I want to talk to you about your Discord servers as well. So I'll hit you up on the message, the WhatsApp.
Yeah,
all right.
We'll chop it up in a minute. Yeah.
Love you.
Love you. Bye. Thank you, Eric Pack. Just cuz. Yeah, you know, sometimes you just got to drop a little quarter of a dub on your girl. You know, I didn't really see the dubs dropping today. So what I've done, I've made my show shorter because I'm not staying on there all day. And this is just like, sorry, that's just the bottom line of it. And I see you lot peel off elsewhere. So my shows become shorter. You have to respect my work. And when it's respected, I'll stay on longer. Jano. So thank you so much to Lisa Bales, my sister in the build Dizzin. Eric in the build Dizzin. Bold and Understanding in the build Dizzin. Ronald Finkley, Toby Bartlett. All my super chatters, two of you. Thank you very much. Malcolm Marcel was in the build Dizzin. Mickey Dubb was in the build Dizzin. Dr. Paul Evans was in the build Dizzin. AOBZ was in the build Dizzin. Who else have we got? Damn. Go up. Who else was here? Mark Nash was in the build Dizzin. Thank you for coming through. Girl behind the mic was in the build Dizzin. Thank you, girl, for coming through. Love you. We said Malcolm. There's, I'm just scrolling and there's Slim Reaper was in the build Dizzin. Rolling with the punches, you was in the build Dizzin. Thank you for the super chat as well. Edric Frederick Freelot, thank you. You was in the building. Massively appreciated. All my moderators, thank you so much. It's easy to moderate when you've got subscribers only in the building. So yeah, follow me at LadyChann, Twitter and Instagram, and that is bars. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's LadyChann rep nonetheless. Come box with Shan, the weekly wrap-up show. Gan! LadyChann has left the building. Gan! LadyChann!
Fight!